There. It did come through. There, it went through. Alrighty. Hope everybody can hear me. I was doing some recording, so yay! See if anybody comes in. Let me get this up and running, maybe. Maybe not. No, that isn't what I wanted. Oops. Oh, man, I meant to go through OBS. Crap. Okay, here we go. Fudge. Can't believe it. Okay. Alrighty. Figures. Shit. Okay, go first. Where you go? Alright, so if I did that. Okay. So alright, so if you do that. Linnell, hello. How are you? I'm actually multitasking at the moment. I'm usually not on a Friday. I just want to see if anybody would come in. Nicole, hey, hello. How are you? Can you guys hear me? I had to mess with my microphone because I was recording. So I just want to make sure. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm just seeing if people come in and have a talk. Like I said, I'm multitasking. I'm actually still working on a video. This video is going to end up actually being a series, so I'm doing good. I have no complaints today. Except for I tried to go through my house and it's pitch black because my 17-year-old granddaughter and my 8-year-old granddaughter, they're camping because the 8-year-old wanted to camp today. So they're in the living room and the 8-year-old made it to about 11:30. And she finally talked, but they're camping. So it's pitch black. Shell Bell, hello. Been forever. How are you, Shell Bell? So I'm scared death to go into the kitchen to get something to drink. I'm like, all right. I'm good. How you doing? I'm doing good. I was just saying. Um, got the granddaughters in there. They're camping because the 8-year-old, of course, rules. And the 8-year-old wanted to camp. So Nina and Donna are in there camping. You got the house all pitch black. All the lights are out. I said, what would you guys do if you were really camping and you couldn't play your, what is it, iPod, iPad, whatever? Yeah. Scared to go, scared to go in my own living room or my own kitchen. That is for sure. Okay. Crack pig. What's up, homie? Not much. What's up with you? Not much. What is up with you? I'm actually in the middle of doing a video, so my mom fell and broke her hip, so I've been busy staying with her a lot. Ooh. Ooh, is mama okay? Two days, one tough cookie. Awesome. I'm good, man. Just listening to Team Seshbones. Awesome. Sara, howdy, Les. Howdy, Sara. How you doing? It's been a while since I've been on a Friday. Well, I'm glad she's doing better. I'm so glad. Sara, what's up with you tonight, honey? Has anyone here seen Avenue Q? A local theater group is doing that, and I've heard it's really funny and raunchy. I have no idea, never heard of it. Do you know Team Sheshbones? No, I don't, Crack Pig. Liz, have you watched the new Ted Bundy movie on Netflix? No, I have not. No. I don't watch Netflix until somebody really tells me to go watch something. I'm old school. I'm so old school. It makes me feel old. Aww. Aww. There's somebody who's watching, and I can't say who it is, but I'm very super excited to hear from this person. And same to you, sweetheart. That's the person watching. It's a play using puppets that started out on Broadway. Has a lot of profanity and sexual contact, and it's supposed to be very good. I have no idea. I mean, sexual content. Go watch it. I would love to know what you think about it. Is it called Ted? Is it called Ted Bundy movie? No, it's not Rosie. Eric Garcia, hello. How are you? Is the Bundy movie a documentary or a biopic? I canceled my Netflix. I have no idea. That's what I was asking. Shell, I'll watch it and tell her what I think of it. It is called Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. Okay. I will watch it and let you know. definitely let you know. Whoops. I heard about that subtitle for the Bundy movie, not Avenue Q. Strange name, but that's it. Yeah, I'd say so. Uh, shockingly evil and vile. Hmm. Oh, look at extremely wicked, shockingly evil and vile. I will actually look it up. Bundy did this thing when I was in junior high. I relatives in Lake City, Florida, and my mother told me about a girl who disappeared while walking from one building to another. Yeah, I can see that happening. 100%. I can see that happening. Orbison, hello. How you doing? Sarah said about a year later, Bundy was arrested for this, and I asked her if it was the same person she told me about. She didn't remember it, but I sure did, and it was. My relatives did not know the girl or her family. Damn. Good God, I think they're still up. I don't get it. I'm listening. Nah, I wouldn't put nothing past Ted Bundy. I really wouldn't. I'm sure a lot. He did a lot. So what I want to know is, how is everybody's day? The difference between Bundy and most other serial killers is because he chose victims who would be missed, not homeless people, prostitutes, etc. Hmm. I don't. I'm. Yeah, I don't think Bundy cared. I really don't. I really don't think Bundy cared. Yeah, but he never thought he would ever get caught though. But eventually, they all want to get caught. I think eventually. But I also think there's others out there who are more evil and vile. I tried to paint my fingernails. It didn't work out so well, so I just gave up. Yeah, Donna was in there doing Nina's. Hers is pink now. She came in here and showed me. She said, Grandma, this does not look pretty. I said, yes, it does. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, look at Richard Ramirez. I don't think that boy ever wanted to get caught. And he, that was Nina. Good God, she needs to go to sleep. She was asleep at 11:30. Well, anyway, Richard Ramirez, I think he was dubbed the Night Stalker. I don't think he wanted to get caught, but he did. And I think that, let's face it, they're all evil and vile. But I think he was right up there with them all. We had a Clifford Olson up here, sorry, because probably the worst in Canada. Oh, sorry, BC, British Columbia. Why does that name sound familiar? The Golden State Killer probably never thought he'd get caught, especially not the way in which he did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What was that famous hotel he stayed at for a while? I can't remember. I should know. I just did a thing on him. It was like last year sometime. I should know. I don't remember. I do not remember. I couldn't tell you. He killed children, many, then sold out their locations for $100,000 each to go to his wife. Was unreal. Oh, good God! Now that is sadistic. I think it was the hotel the girl was found in the water tank. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, that reminds me. What was her name? Elise Lamb. Um, I read an article several months back. They arrested somebody in that case. Now I have to go back and find it. Michelle, was that in Vancouver? No, that was in California. Lisa Lamb, I think. Yeah, they arrested somebody in that, and for the life of me, I can't remember. This was months back, so now I have to go and find it again. But yeah, they finally, and I meant to go look. It was when I was really sick, and I said I've got to figure out if it was her boyfriend or that guy she was seeing. Yeah, they didn't make a big stink about it. It was only like one article or something like that. I was like, why isn't this like in the news? So now I gotta go find it. Yep, they're here. I hear them. They're up. One of them is. I don't think it's Nina though. Yeah, there's. Yeah, I just heard her. But yeah, I gotta go check it. Wow. Um, I'd have Donna make some wine, some Kool-Aid. I'm in the mood for some Kool-Aid. Dead serious. So really, what I want to know is what y'all are up to. Just sitting here, like I said, I was in the middle of doing a video, and I said, "Let's see what's going on." I just looked up Miss Lamb. She was from the Vancouver area. Yeah, and I saw nothing about an arrest. You didn't see the arrest? Okay, it was when I was sick. I could have sworn it said there was an arrest made. Could have sworn because I said that's why I said I had to go back and look. Claire, hello. How are you? Yeah, but the murder happened in California. So what? Oh, okay. I'm double checking some stuff. So, oh, she's in there making Kool-Aid. Good things, Liz. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm no complaints right now. None. One second. We'll ask Dawn to make me some Kool-Aid. Hold on. I will be right back. I'll be right back. Hold on. Get some Kool-Aid. Oh. Donna makes it well. Okay, now you guys hear you're making a bunch of noise. No, I was falling asleep. You watching that done. Oh, good God. You know, just like everything else. I'm dead serious. Cecil Hotel. Sarah, I can't find anything on the rest either. Okay. I could have sworn it's what it said. So, Kilo Reality. Hello. Well, I could have sworn it said it was an arrest. Like I said, it was a couple months back. I was really, really sick at the time. But I didn't read it. So I'm going back to my live stream until you get done making it. Be right back, says Kilo. I'm seriously considering making me some nachos and cheese. Seriously considering it. Seriously. So, all right. Now, see if you guys have ever been in this position. Literally, the other day. Oh, come in. Come in. I'm right here. I'm not. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, that looks good.
Enjoy. You're welcome.
Thank you, baby. My Nina did. Okay, see if you guys have ever been in this position. I had a bill that I pay. Okay, and it was due Wednesday. I paid it Monday. right? Went on about my business. I get a thing. I check my accounts and all that. The money never came out. They have no record of my payment whatsoever. Now they're going to charge me $40 for a late charge. I was like, I paid it Monday. So I gave them the number. They have no record of it. I'm sitting here thinking they just want the extra $40 charge. Make some extra money. I'm like, no. I am so pissed off. Has this ever happened to anybody? Or is it just me? Because that's like the third time they've done it to me. If I had the money to pay it off, it just would. Because it's just ridiculous. Shell's like, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's the third time they've done that to me in a year and a half. I'm like, oh, I'm not paying. No. I gave them the number. I said, no, I paid it Monday. I paid it 2 days early. I always pay my bills early. Always. Sometimes a week, sometimes a couple of days, but I always pay them early. I'm so pissed off about that. I'm like, So, that's one thing that pissed me off today, I have to admit. But I've had a good day. I'm not going to lie. I've had a good day. So, I think that's the only bad thing. Except for when I went over to pick Nina up to bring her over, and the boys came running out to the car, and they were crying because they wanted to come with Grandma Lily. And I'm like, oh, I only brought one car seat. And I was like, oh. I was like, I can't bring you this time. And they were just crying. Aw. Mama HD, hello. How are you? Says, hi, Les. Kohls does this often. Kohls does it too? Gotta be kidding me. Oh, bless them. And it was all I could do because I just want to bring them all. I had them all last weekend. That about killed me. And, but damn. They look so pitiful. They really do. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that cup is so sticky. Got it on the sides. So other than that, I've had a good day. It just pisses me off. I gave them the number. I don't get it. And then some fool tried to call this week and said, Sarah says, I have a Kohls credit card and have never had any issues with it. Mine isn't Kohls. But, yeah, I already paid mine off. That's how I got some of the kids this Christmas. Was through the Kohls card because they had they had a bunch of sales. And we needed to get, for here at my house, we needed to get the kids house shoes because they grew out of all theirs. So, got a pair of house shoes, all of them. And then pair of pajamas and something else. Or was it 2 pairs of pajamas? I can't even remember now. Well, anyway, and I already paid all that off. But good God, I got tennis shoes, house slippers for all of them, jammies. I got like 6 things. And that's where I got my tennis shoes that I'm wearing right now. And all together came to $100. All together. Good sales, but high interest if not paid off each month. Yeah, I paid that bitch off. That's been paid. Little Miss, hello. Little Miss, where have you been, my sweetie? I love me some jammies. I love me some jammies in the winter. I do. I'm with Little Miss. I do. You guys, you've seen my jammies, my jammy pants and stuff. Little Miss. I love me some jammy pants. I usually wear, my t-shirts and stuff. Michelle Reese, hello. Hey, Liz. Hey, Michelle. I'm trying to find me some, like, jammy shorts that I like because I like to wear odd things. So, my jammy pants, most of them are odd. They're, and I want to get me some new ones. And I didn't see them this year, and apparently they had them, but I didn't see them. So I want to get me some jammy shorts that are like my jammy pants. And so I got to go make sure and go and see if they have them. If they do, I'm get me like 10 pair. And then tank tops and t-shirts and shit. I just like them. They're comfy. Hell, I wear my jammy pants to the corner store up there. I really do. I ain't gonna lie. I used to have these ones that were penguins. They were my favorite. And everybody thought they were my sweatpants and that my sweatpants were my jammies. So I'm like, no. No. But I like mine, But they're so loose and comfy. And I literally would go up to the corner store there, just put my tennis shoes on. They're so used to me going in there. The owner, Ollie, he's like, you just wake up again? I said, hell no, I've been sitting in these things for 2 days. What are you talking about? There was something else I was going to say, and I can't remember what it is. For the life of me, I cannot remember. I ride my horses in my PJ bottoms. I would too. Sarah's that small town living for you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if y'all remember, a few weeks ago, I was live streaming and went straight down. I said, well, there's the end of my town. And that was my downtown. That was it. That was my downtown. That was it. So we may be small town, but we do have a ton of modern conveniences. Like my bank is open 7 days a week. And on the weekends, I think they're open till like 3 or 4 or something like that. During the week, they're open till 7. In some places they're like, what? Yeah, my bank's open 7 days a week. So, I don't know. Liz, you live 96 miles from me. Where do you live, Mom? Mama says, love your streams. Aw. I'm glad. I don't have anything. Never did have anything prepared. I usually don't come on a Friday because I have the little one. I'm in the city and he keeps growing, says Little Miss. Sarah says, I live in a big city and ours close at noon on Saturdays and off day Sunday, except for a couple branches and grocery stores. Aw. Mama HD lives in Dayton. I know that. That's a straight shot. I like going to the Air Force Base Museum out there. Little Miss, been missing you. How have you been doing? Little Miss says, I live near Dayton. Oh, I lived near Dayton. Yeah, that's a straight shot. Banks, anyway, I use a credit union. Yeah. I used to belong to a credit union. They're open 6 days a week. I don't know why. I think I don't ever recall closing my account there. I'll be honest with you. I know I got money in West Virginia. I know that. Never closed out my account. I know there was money in it. God, man. But we do have some modern conveniences and shit like that. So, yeah. I have to admit, we're a small town, but you know, like I've never heard of a police station closing. Our police station doesn't never close. It's 24/7. That door is never locked. I've never heard of that. I had to show you my little police station. It's police station slash water department slash something else slash something else. Cammy SS, hello. How are you? Might want to check a lost money. Oh, I have. I entered my name into ours, and I didn't have anything, but my cousin did. Oh, I have. I have my last paycheck from Walmart down there. It's in West Virginia. I figured it's a savings. It'll always be there. When I really need it, I'll get it. Showbell, I've been slowly going through my mom's crap and dealing with the property. Oh, little miss. I'm so sorry. See, let's say everybody. Hope Zig comes back in tonight. I think he would do a job of making her feel better. Yeah. Yeah. I do too. I missed y'all. Just been staying inside my own head lately. I think that's where everybody's heading inside themselves. Sitting back. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. Or I have an idea, I should say. Everybody's just backing off. Kimmy says, I haven't been around much either. Neither have I. I'm just starting to get out. Yeah, it's a pretty comfortable place to be. What, inside your own head? Not in my head. Oh. My mom was a mini hoarder, it seems. I know, my mom is. Sheila says yes. Kathleen Ingham, hello. How are you tonight? LEZ'S Lounge, how's it going? It's going pretty good. I was just taking a break from doing the video. It's an awfully long video. It's a series, so I want the whole series done so that way I can release it. I don't have to worry about making it every day. Cammy SS says my head is not a nice place. Hi, Kathleen. Kathleen, hello. Yeah, Mama HD is the one that lives in Dayton. Okay, I'm trying to remember. I try to remember. Oh, shit, I forgot to take my meds. So, I'm just sitting here thinking. Dead serious. I'm sitting here thinking in my middle of my own live stream. I think that yeah, I've noticed a lot of people retreating. Your head can be a nice place if you don't allow bad karma in. Mine's not a nice place because it's not that it's bad. It's just that it's chaos. I always have 20 million things going at once in my head. Always. Always, always. Oh, excuse me. I go to sleep thinking and I wake up thinking. That's how my life is. I literally, and that's not a joke. That's how I actually get to sleep. I literally drop dead from thinking. Just. I'm the same way, Les. See, Les, like, wow. They give me stuff to try to slow my brain down, but it doesn't work. See, Les, I agree, but it's not karma, though. I'm just a mess, says Cammy. Everybody just says, you know, I'm a mess. You're really not a mess. I don't sleep much, says Shellbell. I sleep a lot anymore. I sleep a ton. But like I said, they're tweaking my meds and everything. So hopefully they'll get it tweaked soon. Jeezy cow. I can't take this much longer. But at least I'm able to function and move around 90% of the time, I guess. So while I'm thinking of it, get some of the stuff taken. So, okay. I have a question because I have a small problem. And I gotta order my meds tomorrow. I have a small problem. And I just need I just want y'all's opinion. Maybe the word karma wasn't the right word to use. I mean, not at all negativity in all its forms to take over. Well, that just depends on what form. Vintage Spider, hello. How are you? All right. This will help you, Les. Yeah, I just want to see. Because I already did the deed. But I was sparked to do it. All right. Now, there was somebody. Let's say you have somebody who, Kimmy says, Shell says, Kimmy, SS, you are a beautiful, sweet mess, and I love you. Oh, she is a beautiful, sweet mess, isn't she? And let's say you had somebody who, for no reason, or reasons that are in their own head, would every once in a while just come at you and start chewing your ass out for no reason. Still love how you say SS, my little super sport. Just for no reason. Okay? for shit you just don't even know. I'm like, what are you talking about? The first time, you kind of let it go and say, hey, I didn't appreciate that. And then sometime later, they do it a second time. And you warn them. I don't know what your problem is, but I don't deserve what I'm getting. I don't even know what you're talking about part of the time. Over basically, that was most of the shit that had nothing to do with the person to begin with. Hey, there's a song called Beautiful Mess. It's a country song. And Kimmy SS says, I'm dealing with that very thing, so I need to take the advice myself, Les. I'd love to help, but same boat. Well, I already took care of it. So, recently, it happened a third time. And I'm like, in the most inopportune moment, mind you. And I'm first of all, I was like, what are you talking about? I had no idea what this person was even talking about. I'm still not 100% sure. But it started going off on me. And I'm like, what? So I responded. I thought it was something else. And they said, no. They said this. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So it pissed me off. Now, I've already told this person. I warned him the last time. I don't need to take this shit. I don't. Over something I'm still not 100% sure what they're upset about. I really don't. So I stewed on it for about a couple hours. Maybe an hour. And called this person up. This person wouldn't answer the phone. Chicken shits. I hate that. You come at me, least you can do is answer the damn phone. Talk to me woman to woman. That's how I am. Well, they didn't, so I left a message. I was pissed. I let this person know. Next thing I know, I'm unfriended from this person on all social media and will not answer the phone, hits the FU button when I call. I just grinned to myself and I said, okay, if that's how you want to leave it, that's how we're going to leave it. You sit there and talk shit to me. I can't say nothing back. I hate this typing and texting shit. I try to talk to you woman to woman like I always do. Doesn't matter who. And you're going to do this, but yet you can talk big and bad. Oh, no, we're not having this. I'm the type of person, if we have a problem, let's hash it out. No waiting to deal with it. Exactly. I'll talk to you. I don't do it over text. I talk to you. Exactly. Handle it like adults face to face. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. His camp, I'm the same way. Let's just get it over with. Exactly. I hate texting, typing. If I got a problem, if we got a problem, let's talk about it. You get mad, I get mad. All right, fine. But this person chewed me out for no reason. No reason. All these times I'm like, because the second time I was like, is this how you normally treat people? Is this a normal thing for you? No. And I was like, then why do it? I don't have to take it. Anna, hello. Anna's going to take a bath. See, Les, Texas bullshit. Yes, it is. Shell's like, I'd rather talk. Me too. I'd rather talk. But, so, I don't feel like I've done anything, especially this person, to warrant being chewed out for no reason. And if I could tell you what was said, I would, but, I'm not into that. But suffice it to say, the person chewed me out, and that's what pissed me off. Cammy said, I told my person that is the last time they will ever speak to me that way. Next time I'm done, you can only take so much crap. Yep. Ziggy, hello. Hey, Liz, I didn't get a notification. Hey, everyone. I'm sorry, Ziggy. Do you want up on panel today? So I told this person off. And I wish I could tell you what I said, but I can't because that'll give away the conversation. But suffice it to say, I told this person off back. And today I'm unfriended from everything and will not take any of my calls, and that's fine. I think it's a bunch of bull crap. They're the ones that came at me for no reason. I don't understand what could be upsetting. I really don't. Sometimes it's best to just distance yourself from that person. Sounds like their problem, not yours, but I hate speaking their mind and not being able to speak to my exactly. Is this somebody who you have known for a long time and very close to? I thought this is somebody I've known for a while, but and I forgave the first 2 times. Third one, no. Someone got mad at you, Les. Oh yeah, but for this, I have no idea why. None. I'm still not 100% sure. If it is someone close, you could give them time, but that's your call. People will hide behind a keyboard. Yes, they do. Well, it's happened twice before for no reason. The third time, I'm like, why would you? I could see it if I'd done something, but I didn't. I don't know. Is this person going through something? It's no excuse, but I try to think of that. And I really do try to think of that. But they have to know that even if they are, the person they're chewing out is the one that has been there. And it's not acceptable to keep doing that. I don't have to be verbally abused by anybody. And I don't. I know the feeling, Liz. I've been feeling the shade from people too. It sucks when you don't know why. Yeah. Do they have a substance abuse problem? No, they don't. No, Les, 3 times. I'd have to walk away, but that's just me. That's what I'm saying. Shell, hello. Good evening, Les. I'm only here to bully Kit Kat through zigzag. Okay. You go, girl. Got treated badly by a slot channel, says Anna. Now they're going in the bonfire, the merchandise. Hee hee. You go, girl. Hey, Celeste. Hey, Shell. So, I don't have to take it. I don't take it from my own parents. Ziggy hasn't seen Kit Kat. She's sick. Ziggy, do you want up on panel? Anybody want up on panel? So I'm just wondering, would you guys put up with it? I mean, these are just out of the blue. Out of the blue crap. I don't know what's up. Maybe they drink. I've never known them to, but that doesn't mean. But I know that the drug things, no. But I've never known them to. But you never know. You never know. And I appreciate the support, and I appreciate meaning, hey, you're going to do good, this and that, blah blah blah. I mean, I appreciate all that. And I was there for this person when she needed somebody the most. I was there. But I gotta order some of this too. I don't have to be verbally abused by anyone. I'd come up. Can I abuse Shell? Of course you can. I don't think any of those explanations are an excuse to treat a friend badly for no reason. Yeah, I don't do that. Zig, I look forward to it. I agree, Cammy. Cammy says, you may explain it, but it doesn't make it okay. Yeah. Especially after I said the second time. I'm like, No. All right, send her a link. All right, let me put my last. So I'm like, now I put up with a lot of stuff. And I look at it this way. You ain't my wife. I ain't sleeping with you. You ain't my mommy and daddy. I don't put up with it from my own mother and father. People think it's your mom and dad. No, my parents, no. I put up enough with it with my dad for years, and he found out quickly after I was tired of it. I was freaking tired of it. He found out quick. My mom, she knows. I worked with a woman who would blow like that for no particular reason, and she was bipolar and all kinds of meds. I got out of there in a hurry, Outsville. Yeah. Ziggy's good people. Yes, she sure is. Don't try to butter me up now, Shell. It's on. I'm going to send it through your... Ziggy, was it through the Gmail? I think it was through Gmail how I got her on last night. So I'm just wondering. That's why I was wondering, I said what I had to say. What? I'm going to have to double check. Okay. I think somebody just ordered something from my eCrater site that I not even finished putting together. That's awesome. That is awesome because I do have the item they want. Okay, Ziggy, I sent it. All right, gotta fight the right window. Okay. Not scared of Zig and her badass self. You got this, Shell, said Shell. Zig, you feeling better tonight? Les, I would say you teach people how they can treat you, so if they think they can do it, they will. So time to take them to school. Exactly. That's the way I looked at it. I don't have to put up with it. And I don't. I really, really, really don't. Like I said, the person's not my wife. I don't sleep with her. She's not my girlfriend. If there is a reason, I'm a very forgiving person. Excuse me. I really, truly am. If there's a reason, okay, fine. We'll work with it. I'm very forgiving. But out of the blue for nothing. I mean, oh, I wish I could say he's watching, but I can't. Oh, I just miss her so much. Kimmy's SS. Well, I'm off to bed. I just wanted to stop and see you all because I miss you. Have fun. Hopefully, I'll catch you on more. I hope so too. I hope so too, Zig. I mean, Kimmy. Jeez. There's Ziggy. Ziggy's getting all of her weapons ready. She's getting her air horn.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to battle.
Yep, she's getting her air horn, her fart sound maker, her.
I'm getting ready, Les.
Yep, Ziggy's getting ready, y'all.
Shell, you ready?
She's getting ready. Well, let me turn my volume up a little bit. One of these days, I'm going to get an air horn, but I think I would end up, of course, definitely waking up the whole house. That's all right. I can go outside and like.
Shell saying, "Bring them on."
Oh no!
Come on.
Oh my goodness! Oh, bring them on! Yeehaw!
All right, let's do this, Shell.
Oh, good gravy.
Let me get my bitch cap on real quick.
She's getting the. I got mine on.
Yeah, I can find it.
I like mine.
Oh, hell, it's already on. It stays on. What am I talking about? My bitch cap stays on.
Does it?
No. Yeah, most of the time. You ready to rumble, Shell? She hasn't. She has some nerve to come in here and challenge me. That is some nerve. Yeah, some nerve.
So
haven't heard from her in a minute, and then she has the nerve to come in here and challenge me. You're gonna challenge moi? Listen at her.
This
she
is
said,
sad.
She's sassy too. Sassy? Yeah, well, I'm a Southerner, and I can bless your heart in many ways. We have to keep it PG here on Les's channel, or I would give you a good F you. She would do me too, Les. I love Shell. Hey, chat. Hey, everyone. Hey, Seaglass. I'm from Mississippi. I am going to bless your heart. Bless your heart. Shell. Mwah.
Yay!
I love love you too, Shell. I've missed you. I've kind of just isolated myself. I felt like I've been dismissed by a lot of people, so I've just been not even been on here. I really enjoy coming and hanging out with Les. We have a good time and a chill chat.
Mm-hmm. It's chill.
And I've really been welcomed here, and I appreciate it. And Les is very, very, very nice to me, and I appreciate you, Les.
Well, thank you. Well, I've always been nice to nice people, so.
Oh, yeah, you're nice.
Yeah, I just sit here and chill. You can bless their heart, but you can also not give a right Zig?
Yeah, I sure can.
Deonda, hello.
Oh, hey, Reggie.
Reggie.
Right.
Hello.
Good to see you, Reggie.
Dang, she's got to get in 3 hours? Honey, what are you still doing awake?
The nerve. I cannot believe you are shacking up with Shell and Reggie. The nerve. I wish I could say I was shocked. I'm not. They are hoes from way back.
Reggie. Let's roll back over. I'm about to fall asleep. Let's go do that. Come on now. Awesome. Oh. My granddaughter made me a cup of Kool-Aid. And it's so good.
I'm drinking my water like I always do.
Oh, I got my water, but I was in the mood for something else.
I know. Sometimes I add those little flavorings in mine, spice it up.
I can't do that for some reason.
So now we have Reggie and Shell shacking up. What do you think? What do you think, Les? You think that's...
Look, I think as long as everybody's consenting and nobody's just, hey, as long as nobody's got any diseases, take care of yourselves, wash, use Summer's Eve if you have to, and have fun.
But the thing is, Les, is that Shell's cheating on me. She's stepping out on me. That's not right. So see, she's busted.
Well, that's
Les,
not right.
It's not, and they're doing it in my face, just boldly. And I'm devastated already. I've been feeling just really bad, and then they come in here and they just throw it in my face. The nerve.
Rechargeable, hello. See, now Rechargeable is my girl.
Oh, well, hello.
Reachable for you. I've always called her Rechargeable. I don't know why, but now it's stuck, so I can't. She's my girl.
That is a lie, Shell. I did not leave you. You left me.
Ooh, I think we're going to have cat fights up in here.
Yeah, that is just, that's a lie. Yeah, that's a, Don't come up in here trying to play your little game with me, honey. I have been loyal.
Wow, she's been loyal at stepping out on you.
Yeah, and then she's stepping out on me with Reggie. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got it.
Well, Shell's stepping out on
that must be,
Damn it, Shell, how many times do I have to ask you to put the seat down? I just fell in.
Well, that serves you right, Reggie. Serves you right.
This is fine. I'll stay for a cigarette now. She's got a wet ass.
Yep. Right. You did me wrong. Reggie was a good woman, but she's a liar.
Shell's gonna be right back.
Yeah.
Rechargeable is saying hashtag LEZ'S girl. See? Wow.
Oh,
That's my girl. Even though she steps out on me with her husband, but that pisses me off. But that's all right. That's okay. At least it's with her husband. It's not with another woman. You know.
Really. Coming in with that shade.
She's smoking a blunt. That ain't no cigarette.
That ain't no ciggy. We know. Shell, I'm just gonna tell you, why don't you go run and play in traffic? You and Reggie both.
Oh no, she didn't.
Yeah, I went there.
She went there.
Coming in here, embarrassing me like this. The nerve.
Sorry, Reg, I didn't put it away. Didn't put it away after the last time.
It serves you. Hey, what you get when you step out on people like that.
Rechargeable says, guess I'm going to get up and smoke too. Thanks, Les. You're welcome, baby. You're welcome, honey. See? She's in here to protect me just in case the claws come out and I accidentally get scratched across the face.
Uh-oh. Yeah, well. Yes, I'm bossy. I'm bossy. I'm bossy.
Oh,
and
God,
yes,
oh my God, just because Zig's butt
big
boobs. She's all bossy.
I'm all that, honey.
Zig, you can have her. She was always my future ex.
Oh, hell, the gloves are off now. Okay, so we got a threesome going here. And now, Shell, looks like you've been kicked to the curb.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Reggie, I always say that. That's my future ex. Dead serious, except for rechargeable. I'm the only woman for her. Until she finds another. I always said. My future ex-husband. My future ex-girlfriend. My future ex-car. Anna, Les, you want Joe to read them for filth? No.
I haven't seen Joe in a long time.
He's just been off his rocker busy. I mean, it is unreal. That's why if I called him right now and say, Joe, could you come into my live stream for about 10 minutes? He would. He seriously would. But I wouldn't do that to him. He is off his rocker busy. And I'm not kidding. He's off his rocker busy. And it shows.
Yeah.
Les, I'm starting my weekend off-right hit $1,900 at the boat tonight on $40. Woo-hoo. Now, of that, how much is my cut? $100 of it? You know, you got to pay.
Yeah. Pay to play. Night, Reggie.
Is Reggie going to bed?
Well, I don't know. She put a bed out there. Oh, she's got a little devil up there.
Anna's clean now. Yay!
Yay.
Got to pay my taxes to you. Yep. That's right.
Oh, Lord.
That's right. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Not really. I'm just saying that.
Shell's been hiding. She's been hiding from me for a long time now. I usually catch her on Twitter going at it with Jennifer. So
I don't even know who Jennifer is.
I
I
mean,
need to tell her.
Shell is a loose lady. I mean, she's just loose. She's just all out there.
Oh, reachable.
And then has the nerve to come and do this.
Yeah. Rechargeable. I miss you, Les. I miss you too, honey. He says, "Oh well, the plan is that Shell will be my future ex as soon as Hubs kicks the bucket." By Fluffy Hello.
Yes,
Southern girls have
Anna.
to stick together.
Southern girls stick together. Richie's Southern too.
Well, oh, Reggie, let me know. Always here waiting. Oh my God.
I see. Reggie, you know, has been kicked me to the curb. Shell has too, so they've teamed up. That's not fair, lad.
I don't kick no woman to the curb. I don't. They're just all in. Nobody's on the curb. Nobody's kicked. They're just like in a room waiting, like a harem.
Yeah, Reggie is so pretty. Yes.
Oh, is she?
No, yeah. Yes.
Well, that's nice to know.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I've never seen her, so I have no idea.
She's been on Katie's live streams, a few of them.
Yeah, I just wasn't in there. And I know there was one that Katie took off. After Reggie was on.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see that one. And then wasn't that just the only time?
No, she's been on there another time too.
Have you?
Mhm.
Oh, we did. Reachable. Waiting. Girl, please. You've teased me so many times. Reggie's like, stop.
Shell saying she's okay. You know Reggie's hot.
Reggie, you have a good night, hon. Thank you for coming in.
Reggie.
Appreciate it.
Sleep.
Rechargeable. I know. You just don't know how bad Rechargeable has teased me. It's crazy. Rechargeable says we are all hot. Yes, you are.
I tell you, strong women are hot. Period. When you've got that, you've got it.
Well, there's women who you would consider hot, I guess, that are total bitches.
Right.
And to me, that makes them no.
But see, I'm not a bitch all the time. I'm a bitch when I need to be.
There's so total bad at it. Forget it. No.
Yeah, I'm really not. I just have to power up when I need to be there.
Yeah. The husband's is laying next to me, cracking up. Yeah, and what's hot to one person is not to another.
Yeah.
You know. So I tend to not how do I want to say go that way or think that way because I'm a hot nurse sitting around playing cards. Yep, that's all she does. Van Lufa. Holy crap. Holy shit. Great to see you, Les. Where have you been, Van Lufa? Hello. Yeah, because like I said, what's hot to one person isn't to another. I don't know. I don't know what to say about all that kind of crap. It's just,
we're picking lanes.
And there are some that
Thanks, yeah. I do have a huge heart. I do. It gets hurt a lot, but
Yeah. I understand.
What it is. You can't change who you are that way. I care deeply about people. And when I get hurt, it hurt. It sucks. But
yeah.
it is what it is.
Shell said that means so much to me.
Shell's the same way.
I'm a
The
bitch
vet-
24/7, says Deonda.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Shell, it's up. And I've been hurt here lately
Oh,
a
honey,
good bit.
my jaw picked up. So you already moved to California. Cooking for almost on day schedule now, so I don't catch you. Oh, yeah, I knew Van Lufa was moving to California.
Well, hey, Van.
So she's already
Good
done
to see
moved.
you. Congratulations on your move.
You like it better? I don't want to move to California ever.
I'm scared of the earthquakes.
I'm not even sure if I want to visit. That's my luck. That's when it hits.
Well, like with us, we get the hurricanes and we get the tornadoes and stuff, but you have you have time.
Yep.
Like you have that warning.
Yep.
And in California, you don't get a warning on an earthquake.
No.
But I don't think they've had an earthquake in a while, though, have they?
I don't think any of significance. They always have tremors.
No.
But
Yeah, I know they have tremors, yeah.
Donna says I want to go back and visit.
Well, as long as you're happy, then that's all that matters.
Oh.
I'm happy for you.
Hell yeah.
That's great.
Hell yeah.
I know one thing. I know that they're the one time I saw all the stuff on their freeways, their interstates is what we call them here, but they got their act together on that. They have those, what am I trying to say? Like when you're on there, they have those signs up, and if there's a wreck in this section, then they have an area where they can get to them because it's so much traffic out there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. Oh, you got a 2-year-old grandbaby.
Oh.
I got 4.
Rechargeable. It's in the 50s tonight there. I know it's cool tonight. I don't know what the temperature is here. Let me check.
Our weather is crazy. It has been storming, and it's going to be storming. Okay, we got a little break right now, but it's coming back in a few hours. So, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's 50 right now. Deanna's got 48. Oh, Ziggy, aren't they the best?
Yes, grandkids are the best. Me and
Grandkids
we
suck.
love talking about it. They are everything.
Grandkids suck. I'm trying to sell mine.
Nah. It's something about it. I don't know. Like I told when my daughter had I have 3 grandsons by my daughter, and my little princess is by my son in his life. And I tell you, I told them both. I said, I love y'all so much, but there is something about those grandkids. They're coming from your child, and it's just the love you have for them is just amazing.
Oh, I know. I've always said I love the grandkids. I can do without the parents.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I love. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go to my little grandkids before them, and I told them that. I said your presents are diminishing where theirs goes up. They said, "Mom, you can't do that to us." I said, "Yes, I can."
Yes, I can. You just don't.
And
know.
I do.
You just don't know.
Yeah, this be my daughter-in-law's first Mother's Day, so I've got her something special, and of course I got my daughter something too.
Really?
Yeah, they're actually cooking a big lunch and all for me Sunday, so that's going to be good. Of course, the weather is going to be horrendous, but anyway, it'll be nice. I get to see all my grandbabies. My little grandson, He had 103.5 fever today again.
Wow.
And so she took him to the doctor again. I mean, he's been sick for so long, and these fevers are so high. And of course, he's got a little bit of an ear infection. His throat was red, and he's showing a bacterial infection in his blood, but they don't know where it's coming from. So he got a big old Rocephin shot, and he's just a year old.
Aww.
My little one.
The baby.
Yeah. That's when I wish I lived up there by her, by my grandkids, because I would be tap dancing on the doctor's head at this point. They can't seem to get my baby well, and I was that mother, and I am that grandmother. You know, when you've had enough, you've had enough. Of course, my daughter is too. Rocephin, yeah. But he's on Rocephin, and then he has to take Omnicells afterwards, which he's been on since November. He has been on antibiotics, like every other week. He's sick, and it's I don't know. I mean, he's just a baby. He's just now turned 1, so. Oh, Van Lupa, that is precious.
Dolphin lover, hello.
Yeah, hey, oh, yeah, hey, I subbed to you. I thought you subbed to me, but I subbed to you, and you actually have content. I don't. I said I would never want to be a content creator, and I really don't have anything to offer. I can't do arts and crafts. I can't carry a show. I can't do any of that.
Just put out videos with stuff that you like.
I don't know.
I'm serious. Just put out something you like.
Liz, I don't even know how to do it. So. Oh, it's genetic, man. I'm sorry. But, things happen.
It was his birthday they went to. Logan's son for 5 days. He was exhausted, says Anna.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we finally have a diagnosis. It's a genetic disease. Yes, and thank you. I subbed to you too. Yeah, Dolphin does have some content on her.
Yeah.
So you're amazing. I'd love to see where you're from.
Oh.
She's from a big old place that's nothing but desert.
Yeah.
And just in the middle of that desert, there's this thing that looks like a wood outhouse. But it's like really big wood outhouse, and there you go. That's her place.
I live in the country.
See? And the country there is desert.
Well, it could. No, it's not. Actually, I got a good good green pasture with horses and all kind of farm animals, and it's just country life, Yeah, it is different. It's different from there. My relatives are from Delaware, and like their houses back there are like row houses. Have you ever seen that, Les? Okay, well that's where how they grew up, and when they come here, they can walk parts of my land, and they do that. It's just so different because they have just a little patch of grass to even. They could take scissors and cut it. I know that Delaware is not Rhode Island. Rhode Island is very small itself.
Oh, Dolphin gave me a shout out in her last video.
Oh, I'll have to go. I have not been able. I'll have to go and watch that.
Yes, she did a thing on thoughts of suicide or something.
Yeah. Shall I bet Rhode Island is probably very beautiful.
Thank
We
you, Dolphin.
down here, we have big magnolias, big oaks, things like that. A lot of tree. I have brat pears that Katie hates, and just all kind of. I have all kind of trees and stuff. But I tell you, the worst part of it is when it hits about July and August, and the heat indexes are like 110, 115, and it's humidity. The humidity is so bad you can't breathe, and you've got to cut the grass.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my yard, just my yard, is about right at 5 acres that we cut. I have a 0-turn lawnmower that I use. So just my yard is that. So that has to be cut. And that's not fun. But I do have a top over my lawnmower. And we have a tractor for our pasture where our horses are. That's air conditioned. My husband loves that.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
Stay well, not everyone. Rechargeable, you have a good night, hon. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, I know. Les, miss you. I hope you come back soon.
She does for a tease.
She's just teasing you.
She's just teasing me.
Aw, that's not. Aw, you can't do that to Les.
She's a tease. Always was. I'm used to it now. I'm on the ocean, so yes, it is, but we are so small. I love to see everywhere else. It takes 55 minutes to drive through our state.
I bet that's beautiful. I mean, really, I bet it is.
I bet it's cool.
Yeah.
An hour later, you're in another state.
Well, yeah, that too.
That sucks. You can drive for 2 days in Texas and still be in the same state.
Oh my God, Texas is something. Texas is a whole different thing altogether.
Yep. Kit Kat, hello.
Hey, Kit Kat.
Hello. Now in a high, I'll drive at its longest point, which would be from top to bottom. You can probably drive. It'll probably you can drive 4 hours. I think you'd still be in the state of Ohio, top to bottom, but you'd be on your way out. Shell says it's gorgeous here all around. Kit Kat says Les Zig. Wow, Les. She must be sleepy or not in a very good mood. So 55 minutes and I'm in Boston or New Haven, Connecticut. I'd go to Boston. I'm serious. I would go to Boston rather than New Haven. I've always wanted to go to downtown Boston. 3 hours and I'm in New York City. I don't want to go there. I've never been to New York City. I don't think I want to either. Nah. Relax. Don't be serious. So serious. Well, hello. Hello, Lisa. We are being rated. Shell said New York City is the best. Never been. Damn it, Jenna. Hello. Hello, Jenna. And hello, members of the round table. So Mrs. Twin Flame, hello. Bashful, hello. Damn it, Jenna, Kit Kat. Is Kit Kat still here? I haven't seen her for a few days. Well, it's been a few days since I've seen her for a few minutes.
Yeah, she was here. She had just typed in. You know, she said Les and Zig and then Shell XOXO.
But XWC New York is not only the best place, but the jungle you want to get lost in. Awesome. Lisa, Raiders, smash that like button. Thank you, Lisa.
That's the first thing I do when I go before I go into a chat or anything, is I hit the like button. I mean, I always give it a thumbs up and then I go in.
Yes. Have a good night, Lisa. You have a good one too. Chaos. I look at that like button. Thank you, Kay. Chaos XO. Is Chaos in here? I didn't see it. It went too quick. So
Chaos is here.
I didn't see Chaos, but like I said, sometimes it goes quick.
Oh, I wanted to say, in case I don't see anybody before Sunday, I wanted to wish all the moms, Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Yes, Chica, how is everyone over there, babe? I hope you and your family are well. Oh, Jenna's Chaos. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Chaos.
I forgot all about that.
It's damn it, Jenna.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Mother's Day to everyone in here. I agree with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot, Jenna. I forgot. I'm gonna go over to my mom's house. Say, Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Where's the money you promised me? She's gonna be like, what? I'll be like, I'm gonna try to get my inheritance out of her now, see what she does. You've seen her, Mom, remember? You're old. She doesn't, you know what it is? I'm too freaking old. She doesn't accept the breakfast in bed anymore. She's too old for that shit. She wants prezzies.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not young. We're older. She wants prezzies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Cat posted a picture of Sierra, her daughter.
Oh, really?
I saw it on Twitter. Yeah, she's so pretty. Sierra's so pretty.
Yeah, I know her as Chaos. I know her as both.
Yeah.
Shell says, I want prezzies. Yeah, my mom's present is the fact that she gets to see me. That's her present. He says, I answer to damn near anything.
Sierra has a little link. He is so sweet. He is the sweetest baby. Boy.
Mm-hmm. Dolphin lover, I tell my kids all I want is their love. There's no price on that. My mom has tried hard. Apparently there is a price, and it's not bacon and eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so funny because all these years growing up, it was like mom's food. You know, we think
Yeah.
we're doing something great. Here, Mom,
Mhm.
we're using up all your food to feed you.
No.
I'm going to get back to my chicken nuggets and try to get some sleep. Awesome.
Night chaos.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's a strong boy. Yeah,
He's,
he is. He's a precious dude. That little boy's something.
he went through a lot last year, didn't he?
Yeah. He got a
So
good report this last time he was in the hospital for tests. Very good report.
awesome. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Oh yeah, that's a blessing.
Shell's mom's passed. I will take prezzies on her behalf.
Love you, chaos.
Take it easy. Thank you for coming. Kika said yes, he did.
You sure did.
Aww. That's good. Good boy.
Well, he's a sweetie pie. He is the
I tell you
cutest little thing. He is so sweet. You could just kiss him all over, hugs and kisses.
Oh, really?
No, yeah,
He's one of them?
he's one of those.
Oh. Sounds like my 3-year-old. He just loves the hugs and he loves the lovin's.
Mhm.
My 4-year-old, not so much. Nina's starting to get past that stage. She's like, I rule.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. I rule.
Yeah, like my oldest grandson, he'll come up and hug me and all, but it's no more of that little kissy stuff, you know. It's like, nah, you know. And then you'll come up and just squeeze me and hug me, but you know, that's about it.
Yeah.
Loves talking to me on the phone. We FaceTime so much, and
Oh, yeah.
loves talking to me on the phone.
I was like, Gabby, why are we talking on FaceTime when we can just like be there in 5 minutes? Because he lived that close.
Oh, mine don't. Mine live almost an hour from me, so
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Said she has ruled since she was born. Yes, she has. She's ruled. Kit Kat says she cried when she saw his results compared to his last EEG. She was teary eyed. Aww.
yeah, the doctor, the neuro did.
Aww.
That makes it makes you know you got a good doctor. Not only their expertise, but one that cares.
Yeah.
You know, that's really important.
I mean, how could you not care for a kid, though? I mean,
Oh, I know. I just don't know.
it doesn't matter who the kid is or what's going on. They look up at you when they get hurt.
Oh,
And
man.
that look of help me, make me feel
Yeah.
better, or when they're sick, hold me, it's
Yeah.
that look. And they got little cute eyeballs, and well, not little, but they got the
But,
cute eyeballs, they got the little nose and the
well,
little hands, and
children are a little innocent. They are the purest form of love there is.
mm-hmm. She always says how much she loves him. Oh, that is so sweet. And have you noticed that your kid, when your child gets sick, it doesn't matter how big they are, they always look tiny.
Yeah, they do.
They always look tiny.
Mhm.
It's like, damn, you usually take up the whole bed when you sleep. Now you're in one little spot and you're just like a little lump,
Yeah.
a little teeny lump. That's
I
dead
love
enough.
that little man too, Kit Kat.
I
He's
think it's great
precious.
that I think it's great the EG's is showing improvement. I think it's fantastic.
Oh yeah, it was great result.
Yeah, because I know he went through it last year. And I'm glad, Kit Kat. I really, really, really am. I really am. She is who diagnosed Link, so she watched him go through it all. Aww.
Yep.
Dolphin says, I felt so bad for my daughter last night after she came out of a seizure. She kept saying she was sorry. Yeah.
That's got to be the hardest thing to watch as a parent because you're helpless.
Oh, hey, me being a grown-ass woman my age, I woke up from a heart attack, and then they would go in there and stent it and try to fix it. And I laid there in bed and I just looked up. My mom said, I'm so sorry. I don't know what it is. I did the same thing. I'm so sorry. It's hard to watch, yeah.
Yeah, it makes me and gets. I'm emotional right now, Les. Let me go on mute for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard, They're so precious, and when they're so tiny, but I love to look at them. I take all that in. I don't ever take a minute for granted with the young'uns. I never did with the boys either. I never took a minute for granted. Never did. I watched them. I held them. I enjoyed every minute. I enjoyed every minute of them growing up. And I do the same thing with my grandkids. I enjoy every minute. I think that's why I don't yell. I mean, I've yelled at them. Like last weekend, when Zaya and all three of the grandbabies were here, and Zaya took his car and was running it along my wall. I was like, boy, you better get that car off my wall. That kind of stuff. But I've never, I just don't have to. She's 16, but still hard to watch. I wish I could take it from her. Dolphin, I'm a 50-year-old woman, and my mom says the same shit. Still. My grandson was having 9 and 20 seizures every day. He's been seizure-free for 2 months. Oh, my God. That is fantastic. A friend of mine, her and her husband, who I know, Jim and Gina, I've known him since 8th grade. And they were high school sweethearts. They got married in high school. They're still married to this day. And they have 5 kids. 3 of them have epilepsy. The youngest, he's now 13 or 14. He constantly has to wear a helmet. He has seizures like that. And constantly, and he can't understand why he's not a normal kid. He still can't tie his shoes. He asks his mom, how's come I can't tie my shoes?
And that's hard to explain.
He doesn't understand why he's not. He can't. I mean, he's constantly. They have went everywhere. They have tried everything, and they got hold of some of that. What is it, HCG oil or something? Whatever that is from.
Yeah.
So a friend of theirs brought it in, and they tried some, and it did help some.
That's good though, and I'm for that. I think that they need to really step that up because people with cancer or children and adults with having seizures and all kinds of things, it has been proven.
Yeah.
That it works. It helps them.
Yeah. Smitty, they did with their son. That was one of the first things. He also has 2 older siblings that has epilepsy, but nothing like he has. He can't go to school. He tries to play with other kids. you know, it's affected, of course, his learning. He is behind, way behind. Um, anything motor skills, he's not good at all. But that HCG oil did help some, not all. So they were thinking about put some on the epilepsy floor. There are letters on the walls from kids that suffer from seizures, and it's so sad to see how they feel. Bless them all.
That's
It's heart wrenching.
yeah. I say that anything that can help them out, these lawmakers and all, they need to get off their butts and quit fighting about it and get this done for these children, because that can be the difference in them having a fun childhood into their adulthood and being completely, disabled from their problems. And they just, they need to do it. It's been proven, so it's been proven to help, and it needs to be readily available in every state.
I think Ohio is working on it now. They do have, it's near Columbus, and I think there's like 5 dispensaries now, and I believe they're working on to where if a doctor writes a subscription, they can get that oil. But they're working on it, and like you said, they drag their feet.
Yeah, they drag their feet. It's not right.
Yeah.
Especially when you see so many that have, it helps. You've seen it. It's there. And, as a parent, I mean, I would have done anything. I'd move my mountain. You just will. You won't stop. And it's there, right at their fingertips, and they get denied. That's not right at all. Not at all.
No. I a lot of things that what I'm not a big even the heart of the Bible Belt.
The Bible Belt
has decided to accept CBD oil. That's what's called CBD oil.
We're trying here in our state too. We've got several cases up there pending and trying to go through with it here. So it needs to happen.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't talk much politics on mine because politics and religion, people get heated, and I understand that. Somebody caught on and said, in real life, you are political, and I said I am. But in certain areas, I'm not. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican or Independent. I don't care. Okay, I really don't. But it's these people that run who say they listen to their constituents,
but they don't.
And they say, "Oh, well, this is the problem. These are the issues that people want addressed." And I'm looking at these lists, and I was like, "No, those are the issues you want to keep bringing up. This is what we want to address." So we got to find people who understand, who will run, and it takes voting. And I feel that if we vote somebody into office who promises to do one thing and never even tries, who is not listening, I think we should get them out of there.
Exactly.
We vote them in, we can vote them out.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
I mean, look how many have gone to Washington and come out multimillionaires. So and their districts at home in their own states are in despair. They're not doing anything for them. and yet they keep getting reelected. I don't know what kind of stupid people keep putting them people in there, but if they're not doing anything to help their districts, and why send them?
Yeah.
They're just, they're making money. Somehow or another they're making a lot of money.
Well, they are. Smitty says, I'll be the scapegoat. The real world always falls in the middle. Social media and representatives always pick a hard side. No, not good. I know.
There's always compromise. You have to compromise.
We don't really know what the right answers are, but we just want somebody who will listen and try.
Yeah. I'd rather see somebody out there trying than, just sitting on their butt wanting to argue all the time. I mean, you have to give a little to get a lot sometimes. You give a little and you compromise and you meet in the middle. You can't tell me you can't solve problems. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do it because, and I'm saying from both sides, they don't do it because they want to stagnate everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's dumb. They all be all kicked out of Washington. If you let regular people like us go up there, we may not know the rules and procedures of doing this and doing that, but we would know how to get things done.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm getting at?
Oh yeah. Kit Kat says, I'm a good girl, but take no shit. I cook and address certain drama if need be, and I cuss like a sailor. It's just who I am. Girl, be who you are.
Yeah.
Be who you are.
That's Kit Kat.
Far left is garbage and far right is garbage. Working class agrees and disagrees with both sides. Exactly.
Okay.
There's never going to be a right answer. There's never going to be one.
No, but there's compromise.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's never going to be one solid way to do things. And you would think that the people you vote in there would learn the word compromise.
Yeah.
We, as normal folk, know the word.
We know that. We live it every day.
Yeah, and so we know, those of us who are struggling, we know what it's like to do without in order to have something down the road.
Exactly.
So it's the same principle, assholes. Mm-hmm. Not you guys up on those that are
exactly. I got what you're saying.
It's the same principle, dipshit. My mom asked me one time, I was joking, and I am going to do my Les for Prez thing again. I've got my stuff because I started running in January. I put my bid in. But my mom asked me one time, I was joking and said I had to run. And she said, really? And I said, to me, it's simple. People like to make things so difficult. I said, it's simple. I said, it's like, I love a feisty Kit Kat, and girl, I cuss like a sailor too. It's like training your kids. Okay? Say, all right, I'm listening. All right, I got your side. I got your side. I got your side. All right, I'm listening. Now, nobody's going to like everything and nobody's going to dislike everything, okay? This is what needs to be done. And with foreign politics, foreign policies and shit like that, and with our government, this is what you need to do. When it comes to foreign policy, I'd be like, until you pay me back the loans you owe me, no more money. Sorry. No more. Can't help you. Secondly, I'm doing good just to police my own country. You need to police your own country. Until you pay back the loans. You got to pay us. I mean, come on now. You owe me $44 billion. Come on. Mm-hmm. Secondly, in my own country. All right. Now, I have given to you, each state, the right to run your own state. Okay? All these companies, my job as the infrastructure, as the government, I am in charge of infrastructure. I will take care of the roads so y'all can transport your shit everywhere you need. Now, I'm here to tell these companies, You want to go overseas? Go overseas. I don't care. Go ahead. I will tax the shit out of your stuff coming into this country.
That's
Because
exactly
I
what
know,
Trump is doing.
because I know that there are 5 other companies over here who want your job.
Exactly.
And I will invest in those here in the United States. It's just that simple.
You see,
You
Trump
don't want to be here?
is a big mouth, braggadocious idiot for the most part. You know, I cringe a lot at the things he says, but he's always been that way. He's a New Yorker. He's always
Mhm.
been a loudmouth. It's all about him. The one thing that he does, you know, he loves this country and he loves the people. Yeah, Trump he can be a dumbass. Jeffrey, I agree with you.
Jeffrey Petty.
Some of the stuff he says just makes me go, oh. But I know that even I don't care who the president is. I want my country to do good. I mean, I want us to prosper. We have a booming economy because of Trump. You know, we have a lot of things. Unemployment is at its lowest ever. So, you know, we have a lot going on.
But there also needs to be jobs that people can make a living at. Right now, your choices are you're either working at a fast food restaurant or you have these really high powered jobs and there's no middle. We need the middle. That's why this is why I say if these companies want to go overseas, then get the hell out of my country. You know, because there are people here in the United States who do want their jobs, who want their contracts. I will work with these people to where they can thrive and survive and hire the American people to where they can raise a family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, you know.
Now look, Trump is not my cup of tea. Trust me.
Oh, he's not mine either.
I mean, he's not. He was. No, but sometimes I mean, really, it's cringy. But I do know. I do see some things that he wants to do. I never want a president to fail because that means our country fails.
Yeah.
I didn't care when Bush was in there. I didn't care when Obama was in there. They weren't my choices. Trump wasn't my choice. I just want our country to do good. You know, that's. I mean, I guess I'm more conservative in the fact that I don't like government in my business. They have overreached too much, and
they do.
I don't care. Socially, I'm more liberal, you know. But when it comes to big, you know, government being in our businesses all the time and trying to tell us, dictate this, I don't want that.
They truly are.
You know, the overreach is so bad.
And this political correctness bullshit.
Oh, that's bullshit.
I'm sorry. If your skin is black, I will say you're black. I'm not going to say you are Nubian or dissect Africa or whatever country you came from.
It changes every day. It's just like even with the LGBT, all of that. Okay.
Well,
that
look,
changes every day. I don't.
You
don't know what to say to people anymore.
This is what I'm saying. Now, I have a family that's all black. And I asked, do you want to be called African American? Do you want to be called Nubian? Do you want to be? They said, we're black. They said, and then we got to talk about the history of the U.S. and they said, I wasn't no damn slave. Neither was my grandma. You know, I mean, that's how they look. But some people take advantage of that. But the point is, if you see an ace of hearts, it's an ace of heart. You call it like it is. You know,
Yeah.
just like with me. You know, look, um, I'm fat. Call me fat. I'm not challenged or any. The only thing that challenges me is getting up off my knees because my knees hurt. I'm fat. Say it like it is. It's not an insult. I'm ugly. Say it like it is.
No,
It's
you're
not an
not.
insult. You know, the thing of it is your skin has got to be thicker.
Yeah.
You cannot
People love to be offended. That's just
that's
the
just
name of the game.
and you know why? Because they can get something out of it.
Yeah.
You know, look, if
I tell
you're
you what,
if you're
I
an
mean,
asshole,
you're just
you're
an
an asshole.
asshole. Yeah. You
You
gotta go with
call it
it.
like it is.
I can be an
And this
asshole.
political
I can be a
correct
bitch. You
this
know.
this political correct bullshit is for the freaking birds.
Well, you don't really know what to say anymore.
I
If
don't
you
even
say this or
care.
say that, I think it's crazy.
I don't care no more.
You
I'm
know.
gay.
Yeah.
Call me gay. I'm gay. I'm
I don't. I
lesbian. Oh
mean,
well. Woo. You know, that's why I was kind of like, I'm you know, LGBTQIA element of P. I said that before. How many look,
I'm gonna love my kids no matter what. I mean, I would love my kid. I don't care. I love people. I don't look at labels. I love people. I don't care about if you're bi. I don't care what you are. I love people. You
yeah,
know what
so
I'm saying? I don't care. I don't. And and I'm the same way, Kit Kat. I love people, and the ones I don't have anything to do with.
well, what I'm just saying is it's all the political bullcrap stuff. You can't call, all right, like, all right, the old saying, white on rice. That is so offensive.
This
Why?
why? It's just I
It's
don't get it.
white on rice, you know? I
There's a lot
because
of
it
things.
doesn't sound good tan on Spanish rice.
Yeah,
It
and
doesn't
you're
sound,
right, Dolphin.
you know?
Don't when you look at
Um,
people for who they are and not what you see. If you were, it, it, you don't. You see people. You see, you get to learn who they are. It's not about um the the shade of their skin or their orientation, any of that. It's people. It's people.
yeah.
I mean, there's
And
the
people,
heartbeat in there. I mean, it's
well, yeah, but this
people.
is going much beyond. This is going further than just that. You know, this
But it's so
political.
simple though, Les. It's simple, but people make it complicated. They
Well,
go out of their way
look,
to
I
make it
know it's
complicated.
simple. I know it's simple, and I know people. Just like people will act like, all right, like with the police officers. I am so glad they're wearing body cams now
Me too. It
because
protects both.
before it does protect both. But before, cops were accused of doing a lot of things that they didn't do. Or they'd say, well, yeah, I had to body slam this person, but this is what's going on. Nuh-uh, he just did it because he's racist. No, he did it because for an hour he was trying to be nice to you and he kept telling you to back off, go over there,
Yeah.
and he was patient,
Well,
never raised his voice, and then you come up to him and then he has to subdue you.
there used to be a respect for the rule
And,
of law for law enforcement. That's
but
gone
you
out the
see,
window
well,
with
that's
with
because
this new
that's
generation
well, that's
of
because
and they
there
get
was
away with. There's no
that's
way in hell I would have ever stood in front of a police officer and spit in their face or yelled and cussed them like they do. What are you gonna do about? I
that's
mean, no way.
because people are teaching their kids cops are bad. It's in my family. And
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
trying to fight it. And I'm
not only parents teaching less. You got it in the schools
you
and in
won't let me finish
colleges.
what I need to say, so you don't know what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
So and I know it's not just the parents. I know it's society itself. I was trying to get to the root of the problem.
Go ahead.
But you know, I'm just what I'm just. Never mind. Never mind.
No, no, say it. I want to hear it.
What I'm saying is, it, the things that are going on have it goes beyond political correctness and stuff like that. It because we're getting onto one subject, and that isn't what I wanted. It's a big ball of rubber band mess, and people have got to stop being, like you said, being so freaking sensitive.
I agree.
People, there's a thing called freedom of speech, and you're not even allowed to
Mhm.
exercise it anymore.
I know.
And that's not the law. The law is you have your
Mhm.
First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. You are allowed to say. Now, you're not allowed to incite a riot with your speech, but people are so sensitive, you can't say anything because everything will incite a riot. You can't even say, I peed like a Russian racehorse. Somebody's going to find that offensive and start a
Mhm.
riot over it. You're going to be arrested. Yeah, and it's gone way too far. And that's what I'm saying. Like with these cops wearing the body cams, people are now, because of society, and because they are taught this in their homes, that cops are bad. The cops don't like Spanish. The cops don't like um, blacks. Cops don't like white people who assert their rights. It now you see the footage where these people all this time who claimed racism among the, just like that one I covered with
I
that
saw
girl,
that.
that Don Hilton, you
Mhm.
know and people were mad cops shouldn't have done this and that. And then you see the real footage. He could not have been nicer. There was nothing racial involved at all. There is no way anybody could take that other than what it is.
Yeah, that's right.
you know he spent a total of what, maybe a minute and 40 seconds with her.
Mhm.
It was matter of fact, and that's all there was to it. He was very nice. And she's sitting there going, "Oh, I was profiled. I was this, deliverance country and all this." I'm like, "What the hell?
Mhm.
You live in freaking Virginia. It's not
Yeah.
like it's new country. It's just a different area. So cops are, now some of them are assholes from hell,
Oh
and they
yeah.
deserve to be
Yeah.
busted. Like I said, and I have said this before, my uncle was a cop, and he was a bad cop. But that does not mean I do not have respect for officers.
The law.
You
Yeah.
know, I have respect for the law. Just because my uncle was an asshole and is to this day an asshole, bad cop, everybody knew it. He's not a cop anymore. Everybody knew it. Everybody still knows it.
Mhm.
But that does not mean I do not have respect.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
I grew up, I respected I was yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes or no. I mean, that's how I grew up, and I always respected my teachers. Um, the police officer, anything, firemen, everything. I respected people, and nowadays kids don't get that. They're not taught that. They're taught
yeah.
right the opposite, and it's sad.
Well, yeah, because of all this time, all these people lying, and society, of course, is believing the lies, and now it's just now coming out thanks to the body cam. It's just now coming out. Not, whoa, wait a minute. Cops weren't lying. It was you. You're the one who instigated. You're the one who went up on the officer. You're the one who was sitting there belligerent, cussing him out, calling him every name in the book.
Mhm.
It was it's starting to come out. It's not always the cops. Now, there
No.
are bad cops. There's
Mhm.
there's always going to be bad, no matter what profession. There's going to be bad doctors, bad nurses. There's going to be bad
Mhm.
lawyers, bad judges, bad cops. There's going to be bad trash men. You know, there's going to be bad postal workers. There's going to be bad retail workers. There's going to be bad station attendants. There's going to be bad truck drivers. There's going to be bad no matter what. That's just the luck of the draw because we're all human.
Yeah.
But what needs to be is people need to be able to call things out and say what it is without having to be threatened to go to court or beat up or swatted, you know.
Yeah.
Um
It's like it is here on YouTube. If you have an opinion and it's an unpopular one, well, they're going to try to dox you. They're going to harass you. It's dumb. It's just
well, my
dumb.
granddaughter and I were talking about that earlier. She was asking me about it, the 17-year-old Donna.
Yeah.
And I said, hell. I said, I said, you know how many times I've been doxxed? She said, really, Grandma? I said, yeah. I said, like 40. I said, I can't tell you how many times my information put out. Hell, they even
But
put
it's
out
not
my
right.
mom and dad's. And, and she's like, really, Grandma? And I'm like, yeah. And I said, hell, I've been threatened to be curb stomped. And she said, what? And I said, yeah, I've been threatened to be They were sending someone over to curb stomp me. And even Donna said, there's no sidewalks, Grandma. I said, I told him that. Go ahead. There's no sidewalks. Donna said, there's no sidewalks here. She said, there's very little. In Philly, there's everywhere. Here, you're lucky. And I was like, I know. I've been threatened to be swatted.
Yeah.
She's like, really, Grandma? I said, yeah. I said, go ahead, try it. The sheriff loves me.
This Smitty is funny. He said, I enjoy good swatting, but only in the privacy of my home.
Me too, Smitty. I agree with you. I agree with you, Smitty, 100%.
That's funny.
I like where he says, I think the federal government should police
I know,
officers.
and I said, no way. I thought he was for real.
No,
And
he's
then he said,
Smitty's playing.
sarcasm. I said, yeah, no, nobody can squash my freedom of speech.
No, Smitty's joking.
Yeah.
Smitty's been in here before. He's funny. I like him.
I've been to Philly, Shell, when I went up to visit my relatives. We went to Philly. We went to New York. It was fabulous. I loved it.
Yeah, I've had people threaten to call CPS on me.
Yeah,
And
crazy.
Donna's like, why, Grandma? And I said, because my medicine used to give me high as hell. And I would take it early. So by the time I go live, about an hour after I'm on, I'm high as shit. And then and I said, because I smoke. She said, so? And I said, well, the babies are here. She said, but it's not like you're sitting on their lap or they're sitting on your lap and you're blowing it in their face. She said, they're always in another room. I said, I know. Just like now, they're in another room. I'm in this office. This is where I mainly smoke. And in this office with the door closed. And even Donna said, don't you have a filter? And I said, yeah. We have a $4,000 filter on this house.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sandwiches are the best. I've had a few times I've been there.
They are Philly. I mean, when I went there, they were really.
Oh yeah,
good.
we've
in New York. I was like, my neck was cramped from it was all skyscrapers, but it was fun. And I tell you, the weirdest thing was being on the subway. It was my first time to ever ride this, and we're going through there, and the lights flicker off and on. You have to get on and get off of that thing. That was fun. But going through the Statue of Liberty, it was really fun. Rockefeller Center is beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't been since 9/11, so I've never seen that. I would love to go and see that, though. But I had a lot of fun with that. But I tell you what, but from the South, down here we wave at everybody. We say, hey, hello, how you doing? Passing, a vehicle, you throw your arm out and wave. And all that. Nightly, Shell.
Night, Shell. Thank you for coming in, hon.
Thanks.
If the grease don't bleed through the wrapper, it's not good. Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. The messier the sandwiches or anything is the best. It's
Mhm.
just like a cake. Ooh, I will, Shell. I would love to. I mean, I loved it. I did. It was fun. It was so interesting because it's so different and than how we are down here because they don't talk to you. It's almost like they're very rude. But I mean, it's just it's the way they are.
Mhm.
You know, it's and down here we're so, hey, how are you? Hey, and you know, it's always, hey, honey, hey, darling, sweetie pie. I mean, we don't mean anything by it. It's just it's just the way we are.
Mhm.
I mean, it's it's just the way we are. And it was a big shock to walk in New York and see all of that, and then people just walk by you like they don't even make eye contact. And
Mm-mm.
see, here that would be rude. Not to
Same
tip
here.
your head or say hello, or that's rude.
Same here. You know.
But up there, that's a whole different ball game if they're less.
Yeah. Well, I know when my mom and dad went. My dad's been in New York 80 million times. But my mom, I remember I was about 14. She went. Her and dad went, and everybody was worried about mom because they're from West Virginia. Then high is mostly people from West Virginia, so everybody's got roots in West Virginia. But and so they're from West Virginia, and they're like, oh, I don't know if Linda can make it, this and that. And mom went, and oh my God, it was like she lived there all her life. Mom
Mm.
loved every minute of it. She's like, yep, I can do it.
Yeah.
She's like,
Absolutely no shade at all to New York or anything like that. It's
mm-mm.
just a whole different. It was a whole different world for me. I mean, it was like whoa,
Yeah.
But I mean, we had a great time. It was the things we did, and all of that. It was fabulous. But the people were a different thing, and they hear us talking, and it's like our accents are so bad, and when they hear us talking, it's like, well, there's some dumb dumbs.
Yeah.
You can just see it in them. It was so bad.
Yeah. And I just love it when people, I know we've had people from New York come visit, and I love the kids because they're just in a whole new world here. And we're just a high in a
Mhm.
whole new world. They're wanting to go, 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 go. And a high, people go,
We're
go, people go, 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 but it's not as fast as New York, but it's a lot faster than West Virginia.
Oh, it's a lot faster than us because we're very laid back here.
And same with West Virginia, but I know when they came here, it really was. And there was a group, there was eight guys, eight boys about me and my sister's age that were here visiting, and they stayed with us for the whole day. And they were just in a whole new world, and they're like, you can actually walk up and down the street. And I'm like, yeah, hey, let's go to the grocery
Mhm.
store. You can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, really? And there was no sidewalks. They're like, how do you walk? I said, on the street.
Mhm.
The cars will go around you. Really? They don't try to hit you? I mean, they were saying things that were so foreign to me. And I'm like, are you serious? They were in a whole new world here. And I told mom and dad,
Yeah.
we should have taken them down home
Yeah.
because
The further south you go, and Smitty is right. People think because of our accents we're dumb.
I don't think
Um,
so.
it you know I'm not gonna say there aren't some dumb. dummies down here in the South, but there's some dummies in the North, the East, and the West. So there's dummies everywhere, but it's not because of their accent.
No, no. And in the honestly, if you go to the true South, like like in North Carolina where we had our beach house and stuff, they spoke so slow with
Yeah.
such a deep accent. And it was I always loved this. This was one of my favorite times when we went down there. We went to the ice cream shop. It was down the street. And it was me and my sister, my family, mom and dad. And there was only a couple people in there. And this lady was so sweet and so nice. And she let us taste test different flavors and this and that. And mom just said, I would like to have a hot fudge sundae. And the lady said, all right. And she's taking all her orders. And she came to mom and she said, so you would like to have a hot fudge sundae? Would you like whipped cream? Mom said, yes, I just want a hot fudge sundae. Said it really quick. And I was like, because mom's like, she was just sick of everybody talking so slow. And I'm like, Dad talks slow and he has an accent, but it was still faster than what this lady, but it is true. But they think because they talk slow, they have this thick accent that people in the South are little idiots. And I think what it is that people up north tend to speak before they think. And people in the South, they think before they speak.
Yeah, a lot of us do.
And so, like my dad does, he's very careful what he says. He thinks before he speaks. He's,
You think about it.
yeah, he thinks for a minute and he says so, and he'll speak it. And you can tell what kind of moves, how thick his accent's going to be. And it's like, oh, he's really going to do this one good, this lecture. But he thinks. And some people, that's just the way they are. Sometimes I talk really fast. Sometimes I talk really slow. It just depends.
Oh, me too. Sometimes I stumble over my word. I'm trying to think and figure out exactly how I want to say it. I think everybody does that. You kind of try to figure out how you want to say it, but I get stumbled over my words, and I'm trying to figure that little sentence structure out and figure out how to do it, because we shorten things in the South. Our slang here is really short. And,
yeah. Oh yeah.
I can say things like, even now talking, I can say things that people go, what is she talking about? But that's just the way we are down here.
Oh, when I go down home, I just fit right in because I understand.
Yeah.
They don't understand me because I'm from the North, but just like you guys forget, this is my family. I was raised with these people, I understand the slang thing. I really do. And so I think, but if you notice, those who are very articulate, it doesn't matter whether you're from the South, North, West, East, West, doesn't matter. North Pole, South Pole, you can be a penguin, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Those who are very articulate do not speak fast to begin with.
Oh, no.
Whether they have an accent or not. They are very very direct in what they want to say.
Yeah.
And so it really doesn't have to do, honestly, I think,
No.
with speed or accent or anything.
No, because I went to a private school in my senior year where we worked at our own pace. And, I graduated. I went through my whole senior year in about a month and a half instead of the whole year, because I worked at my own pace. But he wasn't really the principal. He was kind of the owner and the principal there. He was a genius, and the man could not carry on a conversation with you. He stuttered. most of the time he wasn't dressed. He was mixed, mixed. Everything was. He may not have a sock on, or he'd have. I'm not kidding you. He'd have 2 different pair of shoes on, but he was a genius. He couldn't just do a chit chat with you, but if you had a problem with, say, I don't know, college algebra or anything like that, and you ask him something, man, he could rattle that off. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He can't really talk to you, but he could solve anything. I mean, he was just, and when I first met him, I was like, is something wrong with him? And then I, realized that he was a genius and could not carry on conversations with you on our levels. High, it was just like, that was really weird. Like, I remember one time I was in the hall and he was there, and I was putting some gum in my mouth. I had that, you remember dentine gum?
Oh yeah.
They still have it. And he looked at me and he was like, this, but he couldn't get out that he wanted a piece of gum. So, I said, oh, you want a piece of gum? And he wasn't dumb then. This man was a genius. And so I gave it to him, and, he almost couldn't figure out how to open it. And it was so, dentine simple.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that was different. That was my first encounter with someone that was a genius that really, you would know it. I mean, you'd see him dressed and you'd think he was a hobo. Just like a homeless person. But man, he was smart, Les. Whew.
Oh yeah. My Aunt Carol was the same way. Total freaking genius. Ain't got sense, God gave a turnip.
I know, and it's hard you can't carry on a conversation with them at all.
It's very hard. Growing up, even as an adult, for me to have a conversation with my Aunt Carol. It was my grandma's sister. Now my grandma, of course, that's her sister. They grew up together and stuff like that.
Kind of knew how to communicate with each other.
Yeah, and they didn't speak. You know what I mean? They didn't go into detail on anything. But with me, for some reason, Carol was she would be out there, and I'm like, I try to keep up with her. But of course, she's so much older than me and stuff, and there's so much she knows and things like that. And she's a bona fide genius, but quite honestly, she didn't have the sense God gave a turnip. She really didn't. And honestly, I don't know how she survived. I really don't. Because it was amazing to see somebody that smart, like you said, who barely knew how to cook.
I know, or either tie their shoe.
There was just some things that she could not grasp. And so, I'm borderline myself, but at least I've got a good sense of common sense.
Yeah. See, when I was growing up, and until I got out of college and all, really, I was book smart. I didn't have as much common sense as I do now. Now I have more common sense than any book knowledge that I can remember. Sometimes things still go over my head like that. I'm like, I have no common sense sometimes. But for the first part of my life, I was really just nothing but a nerd, just a book smart. That's all I knew. And so I had some common sense, but I have more common sense now than I ever have. I try to look at things, outside of the box. I'm a ditzy. I'm a dummy most of the time. I'm blonde and
Lilac Llama, hello.
Smitty's cracking me up.
Oh, I'm reading.
He said Les is a damn Yankee, and then he
Uh-huh.
says it's hard for us intelligent folks to attempt discussions. Just saying, smart people are people too. I wouldn't say I'm smart. I'm a smart ass, but
It is amazing. And honestly, and see, when was this? I think I was about 17, 18 years old. I read an article, I think it was in Time magazine, where they were kind of trying to do a study. I had no idea you were streaming, stupid YouTube. That's okay. Like, I usually don't come on Fridays anyway, so,
but
but,
you two didn't give me a notification either, Les.
you
I
know,
just happened to get on because all that stuff was popping off about James Charles and Tati and all this, and I was popping on, and I said, "Oh heck, Les is live." So I had no idea either.
oh,
YouTube's doing that little thing again, where I
yeah,
guess I'll have to unsubscribe, subscribe back, and hit the bell and make sure you get it. I hate when they do that.
yeah. But I read this article. They were starting to do a study on people who were bona fide geniuses that had IQ over 100 and I think 170 or 172, I think it was. And they were finding out that the higher the IQ, it's like the higher the IQ they had, and this was honest to God truth, that the mundane stuff that most of us are good at every day, they cannot grasp that. And so they were starting to do a study, and they were starting to do a study of people who had extremely high IQs, like Albert Einstein and all that. And they wanted to know what made Albert Einstein so smart. So what they did is they got a piece of his brain, and they dissected it. And so they were looking at it. And your knowledge, every time you gain knowledge, there's a new wrinkle in your brain, believe it or not. So I said, I want mine as bumpy as, as a gravel driveway. But there is inside, his brain was so young that they were looking at it through a microscope and stuff. And I guess there's something that, there's some kind of, what is that? I forget what they called it. But apparently, people who are extremely smart have really young brains. Their brains are pristine. When they pass away, their brains are pristine, and it's like they're in their 20s.
Wow.
It was really fascinating.
I'll try to read up on that.
And I forget what they called it. I forget what it is, but it basically that's what it was, and that he had the brain of a 20-some-year-old, and so it makes you wonder, really. Non-functional genius. I've seen something similar. Yeah, it makes you wonder, honestly. What is our body? What is our body trying to tell us? Now
we are a mystery. I can tell you that. And our bodies are.
They are truly a mystery, and so, because I don't know why I was doing this, reading up on things. I get attracted to something, and then I go off soon. Something else attracts me to the right, and I'm gone. That's how I am. But it makes me wonder if we can. Of course, we don't know this kind of stuff until after somebody passes away.
Yeah.
But if we somehow can figure out what the hell that thing is that Einstein has, and a lot of the geniuses have this,
Mm-hmm.
it, is it something that can be replicated? Is it something that can, um, that is there something that is growing inside of our brains, some kind of enzyme, or I'm not exactly sure what it is, so I can't really say it. But whatever it is that these geniuses have, is there a way to replicate it to help those who are mentally handicapped?
Challenge. Yeah.
Mentally handicapped. You know, to help them. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it was just something that I had thought of, and I thought of it again a couple years ago. There's so many things our bodies can tell us that could probably help.
It's
You
like
know,
Mozart. He was a genius, a genius. I mean, he wrote his first, um, what do you call them? It just went out of my mind. He wrote his first uh, composition, whatever, when he was 4. Mozart was a genius,
hmm
and uh, but he couldn't do simple things. He was he was just, it was, you know sad and tragic how he died. I mean, he was a
hmm
pauper, but he was a genius.
yeah,
And you look back through history, you see all these geniuses and all, and they just didn't, fit in. And it's still the same way today. Like Lilac sitting here saying her grandpa was a doctor. You read that? He
uh-huh,
was, and wow, that is so. That's what we're talking about. They can have all the brain power in the world, but they can't figure out,
hmm
the simplest things.
yeah. And so it makes me wonder: is there something there that our brain secretes? Oh, yeah, that's what was part of it. It's also some part that our brain does secrete. But is there something in that we could use? I mean, we should have these geniuses work on this.
Yeah,
I'm dead serious.
that's true.
Yeah,
Have
good
maybe
night.
maybe we could solve some problems with.
Yeah, exactly. Smitty, you have a good night. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, that was a crack. That was Smitty was cracking me up the whole
Smitty's
time.
funny.
Yeah.
He is. Smitty is funny. Um,
Mm.
but it's just there's so many there. We should have these geniuses working on that kind of shit. We really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I I don't know why they're not.
Well, you think there's a lot of them everywhere though that are really, they're working on things, and there are some that are very, very smart, and they are functionable.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're all functionable, but I'm talking about the ones that can fit in and do other things. Rarely are you going to find them though that have a lot. They may have a smidgen of common sense, but they don't have a lot.
No, like my Aunt Carol ain't got the
Mm-hmm.
sense God gave
Mm-hmm.
her to.
Yeah,
Um,
that's crazy, but it's just the way their brain is wired.
yeah, yeah. And of course, like I said, I'm borderline myself, but it's like I told Mom, I said, there's things I can't keep up with Aunt Carol. Sometimes she
Yeah.
talks about shit and I just go, because
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what she's talking about. And Mom's like,
You
oh,
do that nod. And, yeah.
oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because and her interests are different than mine to begin with, but still, um, sometimes I can deduce and put two and two together, and I'm like, Mom, I'm still at go on the board, and she's at free parking. It's like I don't understand. I just don't. I said, Sorry,
I
Mom.
have a brother that is smart like that, and he's well, two of my brothers are extremely smart, and one of them is he's amazing. He's something, and he'll get to talking and getting in depth in some things, and I have to say, "Whoa, stop right there. Let's back this up and let's talk about it." And break it down.
Ziggy, hold the fort for a minute. I gotta go to the rest.
Okay.
So talk amongst yourselves.
I think the chat may have left us when we got on the politics, but we're bringing it around to geniuses. What do y'all want to talk about? It's getting late here. It's almost 2:00 my time, so it would be almost 3 her time. I don't know about y'all, but I don't get much sleep. I have insomnia. And Dolphin, you're right. Most of them, a lot of children are savants and that are autistic. It's amazing the things that they can do. It fascinates me how the brain works. Of course, I'm not no brain surgeon or brain expert, but it's amazing how when you have something like a blind person can hear, their hearing is so much better. I'm getting at. It's amazing when you have one thing that's not in sync, but all your other senses and everything take over or are highly you just high functioning. It's amazing. And their brains, you would, even their brains, you would just love to know when they're like that, how that all works. But it's amazing. And the brain is a mystery and always will be. Yeah, brains can be scary. Wow. So I wonder how he does that. Could it be that he actually feels the barometric pressure? That's strange. I watched her today doing her the audits on the handicap stuff. It's people may not think that's maybe think things like that are boring and all, but until you're in that situation where you're handicapped or you have a person or a family member that is handicapped and you see things differently because it's not always handicap accessible, and it's important to point that out. And I'm learning that now because of my mom. I've never been in that situation until the last several years, and Les has a passion for that, and that's a good thing. Well, I have to say this about my Walmart here. They have every row has plenty of handicap parking up front, and like where she's going to the restroom, Dr. Ferdifer. That's a tongue twister. Walmart's pretty good about having handicap parking. And I get that some of these smaller places doesn't have as many, But nothing makes me madder than to see just somebody whoop into a handicapped parking space. And I'm not judging them by what they look like when they get out of it or whatever. You know, you look to see if they have a handicap tag or one of the things that hang down, you know, from their mirror that says that they are handicapped.
I'm back.
Well, see, that's bullshit, Dolphin, because support animals are supposed to be able to go, you know, like that. That's not right. If they need the support animals like that, they should be allowed anywhere, because a support animal is not going to get rowdy like a regular dog, right? They're trained.
Yeah.
And they don't get out of line.
No, and they're matched up with their owner for like
Right.
for months. I mean, they're trained with their new owner for a long time because they're only supposed to answer to one, and that's their owner.
Well, then, you know, I don't. Oh, okay. Emotional support animals aren't.
Oh, I thought you were talking about service dogs.
That's what I. Well, I mean, even a support animal, aren't those like the ones that go into the children's hospitals and things? They're trained for that. Aren't they?
Yeah, according to the Americans with Disabilities Act, they cannot deny the dog.
That's what I thought.
They cannot deny a service animal. And they're not allowed to ask what your disability is.
Well, you know, nobody's allowed to ask that. Even if you go to the hospital and say you're disabled, and then if they were to ask you, you know, what your disability is, you can tell them to go take a flying leave. It's none of their business.
But according to the Americans with Disabilities Act, it is against the law for them to deny a service animal. So,
I didn't know that. I thought an emotional support dog would have been the same.
No, emotional support
as a therapy dog. I get it. So there's all these categories of dogs.
Well, there's only two. There's either the therapy, emotional support is the same thing. They consider it the same thing.
Oh, okay.
And then the service animal, and so the service animal, like Dolphin's daughter needs it for her seizures. That is a service animal, and so they are not allowed, according to the Americans with Disabilities Act, which I have a copy of it somewhere around here, because this is the stuff I'm wanting to fight.
Yeah.
Because people do need their service animals, and I think emotional.
I would consider that a service animal, because because that dog is supposed to be able to detect the seizures, right?
Yes. Not only that, you got the service animals for people who are blind. You have people you have people who are service animals for seizures. You've got dogs that can tell when a diabetic sugar is going down.
Exactly.
You've got dogs can detect a lot of shit going on inside of a human's body.
Dolphin, I really hope you get that took care of. I mean, because that's not right.
Well, that's what I was saying. Starbucks is really big on denying service animals.
Really?
They are huge. They are one of the big ones. It don't matter. They don't want your animal in there.
I mean, I realize that some people may. I don't know. With every good thing comes bad people that mess it up for people who really need it. You know, like some people fake that their animal is a service animal. You know what I'm saying? That they mess it up for people who really need it.
But it's against the law. If they have a service animal, stores cannot deny that service animal. Long story short, you guys jumped up and had to pull me off them. Hell no. Damn. I have an emotional support cat, and She should never be allowed in places with service animals.
Why? Well, I mean, cats and dogs. I get that, but I don't know. I don't know enough about that.
I don't know, but I can tell you this. Yeah, that is a big no-no.
No, you don't
Stores
touch the
cannot
dog.
deny.
And you're not supposed to touch them either, unless they're only their owners or their person. Mm-mm. I think I remember seeing some video last that one lady got mad because her child or whatever wanted to pet a service dog, and the woman said no to the child, and then that mother got pissed off. And I'm thinking, well, it's none of your business. And furthermore, you don't touch somebody's property or animal or anything without permission. And if you're not granted permission, then accept that and move on. If your kid throws a fit, you just take your kid off.
Yeah.
Seems like I saw a video of that in a store, and this mother of this child was just raising hell because her child wasn't allowed to pet the dog.
Well, they're not supposed to. They're working.
Exactly. That's what the lady with the dog told them.
Yeah, so
I mean,
when they're
people
working,
need to respect boundaries like that.
yeah.
If you see something like that, if you see somebody with a dog like that or anything, to respect that boundary, just like somebody in a wheelchair or, people these days, Liz, I just don't know. But I'll tell you, Liz, our Walmart down here has a lot of handicapped parking.
Has a lot of what?
Handicapped parking.
Oh, really?
Spot. Yes. So I'm proud of that too.
Yeah, I was when I was like with the video release today, I was kind of proud that there weren't anybody parked in the spots that weren't supposed to.
That was
late at night. I kind of expect it because most people who are disabled don't go out.
Yeah.
They're not all like me.
But you go on trips.
Yeah. But I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to be going out there more during the day and stuff like that. And I'm going all over. I'm just doing my town now just to get used to being out there doing it.
I know.
But I'm going to be going to all kinds of towns around Ohio. So, because what I'm going to eventually do is once I get enough evidence and once I get enough video evidence, I am going to start writing politicians and shit, and we're going to see if we can get some things changed. The accessibility, not only with the parking, not only with getting in and out of buildings, but the accessibility to be able to shop.
I know. Back to your videos on all that was good. Because for me, I'm not in a wheelchair or scooter or anything like that. I didn't see that until you pointed it out, Liz.
Mm-hmm.
I just never saw that.
Yeah, so go ahead.
I hate that I didn't. I feel like a dummy now, and because I didn't recognize it. But y'all do, and when you did your little buggy, you're in there, and you showed how you couldn't reach that. Well, that opened my eyes.
Yeah. And it's for that reason. It's not just for people who are in wheelchairs. There's a lot of people who are like 5 foot tall.
Well, no, I'm right at 5'3", and I can't reach the top anyway.
Yeah. See? So, there's people who can't. So, maybe they need to take that into account.
Yeah.
I've not had a problem. Um, maybe at one store, I remember having issues. I couldn't reach on top shelf, but I'm 5'7", so
Yeah. You got 4 inches on me, so.
yeah. So I can get up there, but and I don't use a cart every single time. I don't need a scooter every single
Yeah.
time. It just depends on my legs.
Yeah.
People think that it's because I can't walk, and I said, well, if that. So I thought to myself with the second video I released on that, I'm actually walking around the post office and stuff. You don't hear me out of breath or anything. I can fucking walk.
Yeah.
It's my legs.
Yeah.
They
Really.
sometimes they can't carry me very far as because I'm my leg issues and everything. So that's the reason why I have scooter chair and stuff. But you know what? There's a lot of things that Doc is 6'3" but blind. Yep. Dolphin's 5'2".
Yeah.
See, that's another thing. Go ahead.
I know. I just ain't us shorties.
Yeah, and that's another thing. With the handicap, have to use the restroom. Now, I'm not talking about. There are people who are so handicapped they can't move. They have to have somebody with them. And they have their ways of going to the restroom and stuff like that. I'm talking about people who are who can at least stand, and they may not be able to walk, but they can at least stand and turn themselves around to sit. But there's not enough room.
No, even with the handicap stalls, we would get my mom. I'd have to get my mom in there and be able to clean the toilet off, because that's one thing I'm gonna do. And put the paper down and all that, and then get my mom shifted over to the toilet. And that's hell. And I'm not gonna lie about it.
You don't have much space to do it. So yeah, I'm gonna be, like I said, I may not be so political on here, but I have my political side, and somebody caught on to it and said, yeah, I bet you are. I said, yeah, I am. A lot of things. See, Doc says, Les will make a handicap gangster's paradise.
Yeah.
I want it for everyone. I don't want it just to be for a high. I want it for everyone.
I understand there's some older places that doesn't have it, doesn't have as many parking spaces and things like that, for it and all. Little bitty shop, but I think everybody that has a sidewalk should have a little ramp area thing there where you can get a wheelchair in and out.
They're supposed to.
Yeah. They're supposed to. Really. But they don't.
Yeah. And that's just it. And that's just it with Americans with Disabilities Act. Now, 100% positive is that all public buildings have to be wheelchair accessible. Now, I'm going to be going over the areas that I went over. I was just getting out there, getting used to it, getting people used to me doing it, myself getting used to doing it, but I will go in depth with it. And, really prove my point. Just like I forget who it was, I think I said the other day that like my courthouse, now it does have an elevator in there, so you can get up and down, but the elevators are so small. They truly are. And they're not easy for someone with a chair to get into, but they are there and it can be done.
Yeah.
You have to go through a metal detector first. Oh boy, that's fun.
I know that our courthouse it's the same way. You have to go through that. And
yeah, but all federal buildings have to be wheelchair accessible. Well,
Mhm.
how wheelchair accessible are they? Now, when I went out on my live stream and I went up on North 21st Street, I did look at the Social Security office. It's completely 100% handicapped wheelchair accessible.
Mhm. That's
100%.
good.
There's no mistaking. Now, my hospital, of course, the hospitals, they're all handicapped accessible.
Mhm.
But shit, you go through the sliding doors, and next thing you know, you go into one of those rotating door things. So the
Oh
door
yeah.
to get into is off to the side, and which there is, I think there is a button you can push. But to get up to the front doors of the hospital, you have to go up a hill. Now,
Mm.
how's that going to do somebody who's by themselves in a wheelchair?
I don't know. That's why I did a ramp for my mom, and we pushed the wheelchair up for her if she needed it, or her walker. She walked it for the most part for a long time, but her knees gave out. So
Yeah,
but I mean, I did what I could for my mom. But
but I'm like, you're going up a hill.
yeah, you can't do that on your own. I was always behind my mom.
Yeah, not everybody's that fortunate.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I'm lucky to where I have a scooter chair and it's all motorized, but still, I'd hate to be able to do it on my
I
own.
know.
I could, but not if I was 75 years old and
Yeah,
in
I
bad
know.
shape. But still, of course, you wouldn't be there by yourself anyway. I'm just saying, you have to go up a hill. What if not everybody's in a wheelchair? What about those who
Or the walkers, or the
are in
canes, a walking stick.
walkers? Yeah.
Mhm.
The one guy I think is going to be on the next video, um, where I didn't think he had a no, I didn't. I don't think I showed it. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Well,
Um,
the worst thing is whenever you can do that, but you get up there and then it steps. They give you the handicap accessible little way to get to it, but then there's steps to get up. Now,
oh
that's
yeah. You see,
I'm like, what? I ran
I'm
into
going.
that here too with my mom in a wheelchair trying to get in the building. You go through the little thing and then you arrive at steps to get up, and I'm thinking, oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Take pictures, send them to me.
It
I'm
was
going to
crazy.
sometime next week. I think I'll. There's a video out where it shows, are these places really wheelchair accessible, and you would not believe it. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. There are ramps that you have to walk up 3 steps to get to the ramp,
Yeah,
and then it goes right into a wall.
it's crazy.
I mean, this is real.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, you know, the average person like me, I didn't really stop and think about it. There were some times that I probably did, but until I was really, really faced with it with my mom, and I started seeing things.
Yeah.
I mean, because I had to always think about how I was going to get my mom in there.
Mm-hmm.
Getting her out of the car, getting her, in and all that, and ah, it was like what? It was a job in itself to do that.
It is. Lilac says, thankfully, 2 hospitals I've been to had an elevator from the parking lot to the main floor. Don't remember the other ones. My hospital, the parking lot is outside. There is no elevator. You got to walk up a hill. In Columbus, they have the good ones where you can go to the parking garage and it's hooked to the hospital.
And you know what else is bad, Liz? When you have parking spaces that are like a block. I mean, they're so far from the building itself.
Yep.
Let it be a bad day and be raining or storming, and try to get someone out the car, and then try to get them under cover, even from a handicapped parking space.
Oh.
That's an adventure.
Those
First
days.
of all,
Go ahead.
I was drenched. I was trying to make sure my mom was okay. I had the umbrella over her, but I was drenched like a drowned rat.
Yep. Those are the days I valet park. I'm
Well,
not.
they didn't have it here. It was,
Yeah.
you know, they didn't have it. Now, if we go to um, the hospital or the doctor's offices that have the valet, then
Oh yeah.
yeah, I did that. I'd pull up and
Yeah, we don't have it here either, but they do in Columbus. They do at OSU
yeah.
Hospital. And it just so happened the day I went with a friend of mine. I took her to OSU for cancer, and she couldn't walk very far. Well, anyway, I'm like, we're going under the canopy and we're valet parking. That's
Yeah,
all there's to it.
it's nice to have that.
Yeah, it is. It truly is. Doc says, realistically, how would you handle the eventual police inquiries or even harassment during audits? JMR says, what's up? I misread your title as Friday Talk Feet. Oh my God, JMR, really? And hello.
That was
Talk
funny.
Feet. That's hilarious. Lilacs is probably the way she handles other things, like an
Like
intelligent.
an intelligent badass. That's what
I
it said.
literally would. Now, I've already thought of this. This is why I call it First Amendment / disability audits, because I have to know, and this is why I've been so into it. I had to know what my First Amendment rights truly were, and I had to see how other people handled it, and I'm like, no. I mean, I like to watch it and everything. Don't get me wrong. But they do for just strictly First Amendment auditing. I am doing the disability. And the reason why First Amendment is because I have the right to film.
That's right.
I have the right to film in public. And I have the right to film the disability and this and that, and so I don't want to handle it in a way to where I seem confrontational, because I don't want to be confrontational.
You respect privacy, like you don't get their car tags and things like that. You respect their privacy.
Now I'll get their car tag if they are parked.
If they're, I would too. If they're
and that's on my next video. I got one. But
did you stay and watch them come out?
No, because I had to go. And it doesn't. And I said in my video today, my intentions were, if I did catch somebody, I would sit there and wait. This was at a Walmart parking lot. They could be there 3 hours for all I know.
Oh yeah.
No, and I said I would wait for people to come out. But I found out from the cops that the cops physically have to be there in order to do anything about it.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm like, why isn't video good enough? And that really bothered me. Why isn't the video proof? But then again, it could be somebody who accidentally forgot to put it up.
Yeah, you're right.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
Secondly, they need to know who they have to give the ticket to.
Yeah, that's right.
I
can see that.
And they don't know if they don't even, the handicap placard isn't even hanging. So, but they may have forgotten.
Yeah.
And I have done that.
Oh yeah, I have too with my mom. You just forget to stick it up there.
Yeah. And I have. And I understand you don't want to do mistakes and everything like that. But I have no intention of getting into confrontations.
Oh, I wouldn't either.
No. I mean, I could.
People are crazy.
Just be like, Mom, I need bailed out.
But it's like road rage. You don't never know with people. I mean, it's getting to where now you don't even want to side eye somebody.
Well, this is like from the cops.
Oh, I know.
The cops stop you, or somebody will call, and I'll be like, I'm just doing a disability audit, and if the cops do come, I'd be courteous. I'd be like, I'm just doing a disability audit. I'm not getting people. I'm not interested in getting people unless they come at me, and then that's their fault.
You just have to be,
But I had to know my rights as a First Amendment auditor in order to be able to do the disability part, because it
That's
is
right.
filming in public.
Mhm.
So, and no, I wouldn't roll past them on the scooter. I would just tell them what exactly I am doing. And I don't need to cuss at them or anything, because that's not what I'm there for. I will handle things in a polite way. And if that doesn't work, then I will get a little tempered. But because you're not going to infringe upon my rights as a disabled person, or as you're not going to infringe on my First Amendment right to free speech and press.
That's it.
So so Walmart did come up. Places like Walmart and Target, they are considered a private/public entity. They are a private business, but they offer services to the public. So that leaves them open to public. Now you can record anybody in public because there is no expectation of privacy in public. But what you cannot do is you can't go in and try to film the cash office, or you can't try to go in and film the warehouse in the back.
Right.
You can't, these are just things that are just plain out in the open. Cops here.
People do that all the time. Look at all those Walmart videos and people dressing at Walmart and all that. People do that all the time. So I don't see where you would get in trouble for any of that.
Well, you'd be surprised, literally. Lilac says, well, can you do anything with their tags? I don't want to do anything with their tags. The only reason why I do that is that if somebody in this area is watching, then they can be embarrassed. If they know the person, they can let the person know. Their Walmart rent-a-cops can be very feisty. I ain't worried about those rent-a-cops. I know the rent-a-cops here. Really, I do. Here at this Walmart, not in the 21st Street one. But it's the real cops, because they'll call. And here in Ohio, you can be automatically trespassed. Once they say you don't even have to be handed papers. In Ohio, you have to know your laws in your state too. And here in Ohio, the owner or whoever's in charge says, please leave my property. If you do not leave, then the cops come, they can arrest you for trespass immediately.
Yep.
So, the powerful public shaming technique. Yeah, because the cops can't do anything unless the cops are physically there.
Yeah.
And then by the time they get there, people would already drove off. And the cops aren't going to sit there and wait for hours until the person comes out.
Well, my husband is disabled, and we could technically park in those spaces, but we don't. He can, as long as he's still able to walk a distance to get in. We don't do that. The only time I've ever used a handicapped parking space has been for my mom. And I had the disability thing for her with her name on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we never really got one for my husband. But you can also just get a tag. You don't even have to have the little hanging thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the disabled tag, but we don't even do that. But so far my husband still gets around and everything, and he doesn't. He does with it. We haven't had to use that. Now that doesn't mean that it won't happen.
Yeah.
In years to come, but he doesn't have much of a heart left, so he gets out of breath. But
yeah.
So far I leave it up to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, just like with me, some days I can walk fine, and some days my legs just
won't let you.
Just won't let me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have my backup. I have my scooter chair.
That's right. It is what it is.
And
Life
so,
it is what it is, and you just have to, know your limits.
and my thing is though, when I do the disability audits, I'm taking my scooter chair. I'm getting it fixed, and I'm taking my scooter chair so that way I can prove my point while I'm videotaping.
Yeah, that's right.
So I can say, look, I'm disabled. I got a scooter chair. I'm not going to sit there and spend almost $1,000. At the time, it was $900. It's like $1,200 now to replace it. The same exact one. But at the time, I'm not going to spend almost $1,000 on something just to have. I needed it,
That's right.
and I do need it. And so,
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you have to do what you have to do to live your life.
So when I do my disability audits, I will be in a scooter chair to prove my point.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's the only way to do it. I mean, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing when it comes to that.
Yeah,
so like I said, I didn't realize some of the stuff that you've shown. I have a different perspective of things now when I'm, going in Walmart and I'm looking and I'm thinking of things and I see people in scooters, and I've always been that helpful person though. If I see someone on the riding scooter and they're trying to get something, I get it for them. If I can reach it. Sometimes it gets way up there. I can't get it. But now I see a lot of things. Just from that short little trip you did to Walmart that night. You don't think about it because it didn't affect me except for the very high top of everything. Not on just, on eye level, and it's even lower for someone on those scooters. So, I look at it different now.
There's a lot to look at and think about when it comes to disability, disabled, accessible, because there's not just people, like I said, the one guy I met, he's disabled. He has a permanent limb and he has to walk with a crutch, and sometimes he can't walk far, and he has to get one of their scooter chairs. And he says, I walk when I can. I try to walk as much as he can, but his leg was just messed up.
Yeah.
And so what about him who's sitting there and he only has one side of his body that he can use?
That's right.
To get stuff, just things have got to be like, some things can be packaged differently.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my husband still gets around and all. I mean, he only had his right side of his heart's gone, right coronary and all that's gone.
Yeah.
So, but when that day comes, I mean, nobody wants to give up their independence until it's there,
Exactly.
And it's what it is. I don't live with dread every day on that. I mean, this started when he was 38 years old, so we just roll with the punches,
Yeah.
Just the way it is. You just live your life the best you can.
That's the way I do it.
Yeah.
That's the way
I mean, if you give up, you're not going to have a life.
Exactly.
He's never given up. He's had 9 heart attacks and open heart surgery. He's had a lot, but when I say 9 heart attacks, I think everybody goes, sure. But I mean, yeah, he really has.
I've had about that many.
Yeah, it's amazing. People look at you like, what? No way. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has. He's it's definitely there.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
I was in the hospital for 6 of mine.
Yeah. He's been in the hospital a lot. Well, he had an open heart surgery, triple bypass. He'll be getting a new pacer defibrillator. I don't know if it'll be the end of this year or first of next year. You have to meet their criteria, even though there's a recall on it. The first one was the lead wire, and this one is the battery will just zap out, you know. So, I mean, it's just crazy. I swear, this
It
will be his third one, and so far he's batting 0 on it, you know, on both of the pacers and defibrillators. So
damn.
it's sad. It makes you mad. I mean,
Yeah, it does. Jeffrey says, go to Walmart and purchase the Patti LaBelle mini pies, 2 for $1. They are
ooh,
delicious.
well, you know they are. I didn't know they were 2 for $1 though.
I haven't seen them at ours yet, so I got to look.
The Patti LaBelle's are good. They're
Yeah.
really good.
Doc Furtiver says, I've seen a Walmart rent-a-cop put on leather gloves and say, if you don't hand over that phone, we will have to draw force. I will
Oh,
beat his
come
ass.
on.
You ain't touching my phone. Even cops, like if you're doing an audit and the cops put you in cuffs and you have your camera going on your phone or even your like my video camera or whatever, they are not allowed to turn that off.
Yeah.
They are
Even,
not allowed to look through it. Your phone. They are not allowed to turn that camera
that's your
off.
personal property. They have to have a warrant for that.
Some do, but they are not even allowed to turn that off.
Mm-mm. They can't make you turn it off.
No. Lilac says tax write-off. It is for your work as a YouTube creator. I can see if I can
depreciate it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, with my chair getting it fixed and stuff.
Do it as.
I can do that. I can check into it. We can try it.
You
That's
can
for sure.
for your. You could have your in-home office. You can write that off.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I did not know as a YouTube creator I could write shit off. Everything that I got last year, I could write. I could have written
you
that
can
off.
write it all off. You still can.
No, my stuff is already done.
No, but you can if you do your if you do your in-home, if you have your office area, you can take that off because that's where you create, right where you are. And
well, yeah, I can do it for next year because my paperwork for last year's taxes, that's all been done over with.
Yeah, but everything that you bought is still part of your job of what you're doing. So it's a write-off. It's and it's equipment like computers and things like that are depreciable assets, and so is your vehicle. Like if you're out, just like what you're doing now, it's part of what you're doing, a percentage of the time, or either your mileage,
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, I have to try that.
Yeah. You need to look that up because you can do a Schedule C, which is,
Yeah.
that, and you can.
Well, you would know.
Well, it's not really a Schedule C, but you do your home office. It has to be a percentage of your house. It's like that's where your office is.
Yeah, this is one whole bedroom.
Yeah, and that's where you work at when
Yeah.
you do this, and your supplies, your computer. I mean, everything
How
that you
about
do, your
printer?
cameras, your meals.
The ink for the camera? I mean, ink for the printer?
Because
Wow.
if that's for your business.
Yeah.
All that is right. That's expense. What it takes for you to do what you're doing.
Yeah, I didn't know. So I was like, really?
You sure can.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Doug Ferver says, I swear those rent-a-cops act like they are guarding the Red Onion prison facility. Oh my God. She is saying just do it for
the next tax season. You can still use all of what you've purchased because.
Yeah, I can get all the receipts because it was all.
Yeah, all your receipts. And then it does say like your vehicle. It doesn't matter if it's a 2011. I mean, it's still considered part of what, you're an asset of what you do, part of what you do. And that's the same way with your computer, your printer, your your camera, anything like that. Like everything that you've got back there, like your your green screen, all of that you bought, purchased,
The
that's
lights.
that's expense. All of
I'll do
that.
that. My
Plus,
gavel.
you
My
get
judge's robe.
you can also get a percentage depending on your square footage of your house and what you have your office as. You get a percentage off of utilities and stuff.
I did not know that.
Mhm.
I'll be dip.
Now, I will say I haven't studied the tax laws here lately, so I don't know what all they've done. Um, but you can always talk to an accountant, and get it. It's worth it to help you with that because
You
you
learn
can get,
something new. Learn something new.
yeah, you can get old. You'd be surprised. You can look it up and you can see a lot of things.
What about the animal adoptions that we do?
I'm not really sure on that.
That I really honestly I wouldn't be upset if
I don't know. I don't know. I have never run across that. I'd have to research that. I have to look at the tax codes on things and see what you would do would be report some your income on from YouTube, um, and then it offsets with your expenses, and your expenses are going to probably offset a good bit the first year or two,
hmm.
from any income that you would make
Hmm.
because you start out with everything, your equipment and your assets that you have, and so anything that you make off of YouTube, I mean, it's going to be negated basically because of all the write-offs you have.
Yeah, but still, hey,
Well, what I'm saying is that helps you in not owing taxes, but getting maybe a refund
yeah,
instead of owing. In a
awesome.
in the perfect scenario is zero out every year because you don't want them having your money
No,
and making all that money on your dime. And I know people love those big tax returns, but you figure if you get a $5,000 tax refund and Internal Revenue has set on that, the government has, and made all kind of interest and everything on that throughout the year, but they don't pay you interest.
yeah,
So I mean, as an accountant, that's how I work. It's best if I can get you to not owing a big amount and not getting back a big amount. I want you at zero, where your tax liability is at zero.
yeah. I understand. I understand. Lilac Llama said she wrote off a set of pens once.
Oh, you can write off all your office supplies, everything. Yeah,
Awesome.
it all comes off.
Doc says, I want to see Les beat up a rent-a-cop now. Oh my God.
No, we don't want you getting arrested, Les.
And he wants his McDonald's audit.
Audit, yeah.
Well, I tell
See,
you what, if I'm at Walmart and their so-called
Irving.
security or whatever puts on a set of gloves
Mm,
and tells me to hand over my phone, I won't be running him over. I'd be punching him in the face.
exactly. Tell him you step and get it. Step up and get it, buddy.
You don't put on your gloves and threaten my ass.
Mm-mm.
I'm not the one.
Mm-mm.
What is the saying that my granddaughter uses? She'll say, she said, "I'm going to jail today. I'm going to jail today."
Bail money. I need bail money.
My mom's not going to see me in prison. Trust me, she'll get me an attorney quick as shit
Yeah.
and have me out within hours.
Well,
No.
I get why they're there, and I understand why they do things, but sometimes they don't understand that they're limited on what they can do. You know, police officers are too, and you just, I tell everybody, and this is how I would always approach this. If you get stopped by a police officer for anything, and there's a little bit of friction there, just be nice. Just
Yeah,
comply. You can always battle it out in court, or
exactly.
anything like that. Just come away alive, and because you can get some smart asses and some bad ones, but the majority of law enforcement are good, honest people going to work, making nothing, putting their life on the line to take a bullet for you, just like our military. You know, they're out there, they're patrolling the streets, and if you call 911, they're coming to you. They're not running from you; they're coming to you. So, you know, I mean, I respect that, and they have families too. I mean, you do run. I mean, you do run across some smart asses, you know, that should not be in that line of work. But most of them are just honest working people.
Yeah. I will respect a police officer, but not no Walmart cop. No.
No.
You ain't gonna threaten to take my shit.
That's just a security guard.
Exactly.
I mean, he's just there just to, you know,
observe and report.
Yeah, a presence there to hopefully deter anybody from knocking you in the head.
Now, I will be nice to them. Don't get me wrong. I will be courteous and nice. But if he ends up sitting there and saying, I need your phone or I need your camera, you don't need shit from me.
Yeah, no.
The only thing you need to do is leave me alone.
That's it. Keep stepping.
Keep it going.
Keep on going.
Dude, I know my rights. I am not the one to piss with. I am not the one.
That's right.
I really am not. You know, I'm not the one. Oh, I'll tell you what. I probably wouldn't have my mom if a Walmart cop did that and I ended up going to jail, getting arrested. Oh, he wouldn't have to worry about me getting out. He'd have to deal with my father. Right then and there. Yeah. He would have to deal with my dad after I was bailed out of jail.
That would be bad.
He'd have to deal with Cameron.
Yeah.
No.
Well, Liz, I'm gonna call it a night.
That's all right. It's 3:45. I need to go.
Yeah.
Before I go, I was wondering if you got my letter. No.
Oh, Lilac. Okay.
Yeah, Lilac. No.
Well, good night, everybody. Thank you, Liz, for having me on.
Good night, honey. Thank you for coming.
Have a wonderful Mother's Day and everybody in the chat.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to you.
And hopefully we'll see you next week. Whenever you take your time through the weekend, have your family time.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, goodbye, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye.
Night, hon. Lilac, no, I did not. I will double check. But I do not recall seeing a letter from you. I'll have to double check. Oh no, I don't recall. But like I said, I'll double check. Because Lord knows, it just depends on who gets the mail. Because I don't go down there. So I will double check, make sure that no, because if you send a letter, I would like to respond. I will make sure, double check. So it can be one of three places. But usually it's just left on the kitchen table or on my desk, usually. But there is another place that my mail is put in. I don't check it that often. So, we're lost into the abyss. It's got to be around here somewhere. If it came, it depends. Like if Dante, if he gets the mail, he puts it by the door. We have these on the door. We have a place where you can put stuff, and and that's where he likes to put my mail. But I don't recall him getting the mail. But that doesn't mean he hasn't. So let me check. Donna usually just leaves it on the kitchen table where I sit. So I'll just double check. But I am going to go because it is 3:45, and I really should have gotten off here like an hour ago. More than an hour ago. To work on this video, I just unscrewed myself. So thanks. If you didn't get it, I'll double check the address and resend. Sweet dreams. Let me check first, because it's usually if I get something, I'll send out a thank you card or whatever. So I want to thank Ziggy for being in here tonight. I want to thank everyone in the chat for coming. And like I said, I have happy Mother's Day to all the mommies out there and grandmommies. And we'll talk later. Bye.